The MJ Morning Show here on Q105. What's up, folks? MJ, Fester, Roxanne, we're all here. 6 o'clock, there is no Froggy. So he was, I don't know, dropping the little hints. Oh, I might not be there on Thursday. Well, guess what? He's not here on Thursday, but he never confirmed with it. He said maybe. So during the week, he's like, yeah, on Monday, I think, hey, I'm not going to be here on Thursday or something to that effect. Then during the course of the week, Tuesday and Wednesday, yesterday, he's like, he was wishy-washy. He was not committed that he was not going to not be here. He was like all over the road. Oh, maybe. And I'm like, he said, yeah, it's a family issue. That's what he said.
A family matter.
Yeah.
It's a family issue, family matter. I might be there. I might not be there. And he's not here. So, but he never said, well, that's just him. He's just erratic. And, he doesn't,
Well, he's given 50-50 almost the last two days.
But don't you think that he should text last night, hey guys, I'm not going to be here, or I am going to be here? I mean, nothing. He's been dropping this wishy-washy 50-50. I might be here, I might not. And then he's not, but he didn't indicate either way what his deal was.
Yeah, I'm trying to look back at our text messages, but I felt like his initial text message was more definitive. Like, it was last week sometimes. Like,
last week.
Guys, I have a family issue. I'm not going to be there on Thursday. Here it is. I have to take off this Thursday. I have a fam issue I just found out about. And that was on Saturday. But you're right. Then on air, it wasn't definitive.
It was not. During the whole week, I think Monday he said, yeah, I think I'm going to be off on Thursday. And then I think even later in the show on Monday, he then became non-committal and wishy-washy. Hey, I might be there Thursday. I might not. But I think the normal thing to do would be to confirm with us. Now, Roxanne, did you hear anything?
Nope.
I didn't hear anything. He should have just said, hey, don't forget, guys, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. I've got this family issue, which I'm very, very suspicious of. I'm very, very suspicious of the so-called family issue. And Fester, do you have any idea what the hell's going on?
As far as today and him not showing
up? No. As far as him and what?
Well, I know the family issue.
Hold on. I just said, do you know what's going on? You said as far as him not showing up, no, I don't.
No. As far as him not showing up today with the...
Dude, get your story straight.
No, that's why I wanted to be specific. I don't know why he's not here today, because he said he's probably going to show up. But I know what he was doing last night that led to him not being here today.
Dude, you're all over the road yourself. You're saying one thing over here, and you're saying something over here. Are you covering for him?
He doesn't have a family issue.
So wait a minute,
listen to me. I found out yesterday. That he doesn't have a family issue, and you're not going to be happy about this.
You got to get your story straight. You're as bad as him. You're weaving all over the place. Look, you just said to me you didn't know, and now suddenly you do know?
He didn't contact me this morning like he didn't contact you guys. Am I going to be here? Am I not going to be here? I know what happened last night that led to him not being here today, and it has nothing to do with what he said all week.
Okay, right. I just looked at his IG, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Wait a minute, you did what?
He's posted it on his Instagram.
What the hell is his IG?
Froggy?
I don't even know what it is.
There. Click that little.
What is it? Froggy? What?
What is it, Froggy?
No, when I put in Froggy, it brings it up because I follow him. Do I follow him?
I would hope so. So look at his story.
Froggy MJ show.
Yeah, Froggy MJ Radio.
This is May. Oh. I've got Froggy MJ show. That looks. He hasn't posted on that since 2021.
Yeah. Froggy MJ.
How many accounts does he have?
I don't know.
All right, Froggy
MJ Radio.
Froggy MJ Radio. All right, hold on a sec. I hate these little buttons on the Froggy MJ Radio. Here we go. All right. So the last thing I have from him is July 10th.
I know, but you don't.
I've got the Blink 182 show from July 10th.
On his reels, MJ, and I've pulled it up on the computer in front of you.
Okay.
No, that's his stories.
Oh, stories. I'm sorry.
All right, so stories. That's last night?
That's last night at the Yuengling Center, formerly the USF Sundome.
Wait a sec. He was. What is that? Is that a concert?
It's wrestling.
That is All Elite Wrestling.
He is not here because he went to some wrestling thing at the USF Sundome?
Yep, August 2nd, which was last night.
Are you serious? He's the family event was he couldn't be here. He's a family matter today because he went wrestling last night?
Yeah.
Well, okay. There are two possibilities here. One possibility is that's the family issue. The family issue is that he took the family
He decided to take the
wrestling.
Thursday off because he went to a wrestling match last night.
Yeah, or maybe there's another family issue today.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, Roxanne. Give me a freaking
what,
break. Don't waste my time with that. So he is not here today because last night he went to a wrestling event at the Sundome.
Sounds responsible. You don't want to, if you're going to stay up late, then
you
don't want to drive in tired.
I went to Oppenheimer, didn't get home till 1 a.m., and I was here doing the show on, was it last Monday or the Monday? When was it? Whatever the hell Oppenheimer
2 weeks
opened up.
ago, last Monday.
So I went to that 9:30 show. Thing didn't start till almost 10 o'clock. Movie's almost 3 hours long, and I was still here doing the morning show at 6 a.m. Now stand by for the MJ Morning Show. Here I am.
Well, Daviana peed the bed last night, and I was up for half the night because I couldn't go back to bed, and I didn't want to come in, but here I am.
That's great. So Fester, how long have you known about that? Fester brought up the website for the All Elite AEW Wrestling 200 Dynamite. How long did you know about this?
I found out yesterday after the show.
So why wouldn't you tell me? Why didn't you text me?
Because I thought
he didn't tell me.
Because I thought he would come in.
That's great.
Because he's like, I'll probably be here tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Probably will be. All right. And I was like, okay, if he comes in, then no harm, no foul. That's it.
No Froggy because he took was that his kid in the video I just saw?
Yeah, he took Max.
Great. All right, super. All right, 6:07. You got to get your story straight over there. 6:07 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling on a Thursday. MJ and the crew minus Froggy. A busy Thursday show. Don't move. Pat's got traffic. What's up?
Still a good.
Yep, another grand today. It's the MJ Cash Stash. Shot at $1,000. It is a very easy as far as radio contests go, this is about as easy as it gets. Between 9 and 9:20 this morning, I'll give you, as always, I'll give you the MJ Cash Stash song. You listen for the song to play. When you hear it, to start dialing. Caller 7 wins $1,000. So between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the new song title. Then you listen to Q105 today, and it is guaranteed to play before 6 o'clock. And sometimes it play. Roxanne, what is the quickest, what is the earliest that you've played the Cash Stash song during the midday program?
I think the first week of the Cash Stash contest, I played it in the 11 o'clock hour.
All right, so that's fast. I mean, I give you the title between 9 and 9:20, and then 11 o'clock hour, it played. So that's the deal. You don't know when it's going to play.
No, you have no idea. I got really antsy that day. I was like, yes, let's play it.
Could be 11. Okay. All right.
That's not how it goes.
Yeah, got all antsy. So, yeah, all righty. Yeah. All right, so, listen, 11 o'clock hour, sometimes it'll run at noon. You've had a couple of noon. Then sometimes Gino plays it in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen, $1,000. If you do the math so far, we've given away 18 grand so far. $18,000. So, 3 weeks ago, whole week, 5 grand. Week after, 5 grand. Last week, 5 grand. That's 15. And then so far this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, $1,000. So that's $18,000 in cash we've given away to 18 different winners. Yesterday's winner was Mary Lee in Lutz. Hey, Fester, your neck of the woods.
I'd like to point out.
You know Mary Lee? Does she live in your neighborhood? Does she live next door?
We know Mary Lee. She's very popular in Lutz. And we've had 3 Lutz winners over the course of this contest.
You're right. Yeah, Lutz has been good zip code there up there, baby.
L.A. has been representing.
Hot zip, baby. Hot zip.
Hot zip.
Hot zip. Lutz, hot zip.
All right. So we've been representing the L.A.
Yeah, the Lutz area. Yeah.
North Said.
All right, so stand by. Hey, this is nuts. What gets you kicked out of the Olympics?
Steroids.
There you go. Or what are they called?
PED.
Yes, and that stands for?
Perfect endorphin drugs. Performance enhancing drugs.
That is correct. So a good way to get kicked out of the Olympics is to, win a medal, and then you got to get a drug test. Because don't they drug test you before, then they drug test you if you win, they drug test you after the win to make sure you're not all PED'd up good. Well, guess what? Have you ever heard of an Olympic event where all the athletes are doped up?
Well, then it's even.
Yeah,
the playing field is even then.
Isn't that called cycling?
Yeah.
Yes, Lance Armstrong.
That's Tour de France.
But you can't make this crap up. Performance drugged Olympics will launch next year in 2024. According to the organizers, and the athletes will be paid. So now, that's another thing. Olympic athletes can't be paid, right? It's a whole list of things. I mean, a whole giant list of things with the regular Olympics. So I had no idea this was coming. The founder of the Enhanced Games Against Drug Testing. That's the name of the damn thing. Enhanced Games Against Drug Testing. Watch, we're going to get a cease and desist letter from the Olympic Committee for using the Olympic theme. My body, my choice. So they're taking that from something else.
Yeah.
My body, my choice. Your body, your choice. London-based businessman Aaron D'Souza says that's the theme. My body, my choice.
You know how exciting these games are going to be? People are going to be like tearing a labrum right in the middle. They're going to their muscles are going to be so jacked. They're going to be like popping tendons and stuff.
So D'Souza is the president of the Enhanced Games, a series of athletic events. Anybody can sign up, and it is designed to break world records with juiced up, jacked up, drugged up athletes. And he's hoping to bring the doped up Olympics to the world in December of 2024, so about a year and a half from right now. And he says this is an alternative to the, quote, corrupt Olympics.
He's not wrong.
Well, what was the story? The French authorities, the French police, the French police, they raided the Olympic headquarters in Paris because Paris has the 2024 Olympics. And there was like a huge corruption probe, and French police raided the Paris 2024 Olympic headquarters. Fundamentally, the Olympics are broken, this dude De Sousa says. The Olympics are bloated and over-bureaucratized. The many layers of organizations and committees and subcommittees and federations are an alphabet soup that's created an unbridgeable gulf between the athletes and the Olympic apparatus that it is meant to sustain them. Well, listen, I know that over the years that there have been tons of... Fester, if you go to Google right now,
sure,
go to the Googles and type in Olympic corruption. And I don't think there's ever an Olympics. And, of course, they pick cities years ahead of time. What is it, like 8-10 years? They pick cities way in advance because the cities and the countries that get the Olympics, there's a lot of preparation. I mean, they spend billions and billions of dollars building stadiums or stadia or whatever the hell they build hotels, they build the Olympic villages, all the venue events, whether it's the Summer Olympics, whether it's the Winter Olympics. There is a crap ton that goes into preparing the Olympics. But it seems that every single Olympics, there are allegations of corruption, and somebody's palms got greased, and some construction company paid this, and someone part of the Olympic Committee or someone in the host city, that there's all kinds of, money changing hands under the table, corruption, payoffs, all that crap.
So Wikipedia has a page dedicated to a list of Olympic Games scandals and controversies.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on and on.
Till the break of dawn.
I mean, it
goes on and on and on till the break of dawn.
From the 2022 Winter
I said
Olympics.
a hip, a hop, a hip to the hip, and a hip, and hop, and don't stop. And
it just talks about all the scandals and how people have been on the take for money for each of these Olympics, how local people have been bribed, how the local cities have bribed these selection committees.
It seems that every single Olympics has some corruption scandal, that somebody on the committee's been bribed to pick a particular country or city to get the Olympics, or construction bribes and all kinds of crap. This is, I'm telling you, the Olympics are like totally weaved in with Tony Soprano. Without a doubt.
Say this enhanced Olympics, though.
It's the drugged up Olympics.
I'll watch this.
So, one of the texters just reminded me. He said Olympic doping reminds me of the SNL bit when you see the weightlifter pull their arms off. Do you remember that? I remember seeing that on SNL.
He's doing a deadlift and he rips his arms off.
That wasn't Hans and Franz, right?
No,
I don't know.
We going to pump you up. Right. That wasn't that. So there was an SNL bit where, the guy, his arms are on the bar, and it's like some ridiculous amount of weight, like the size, like 2 Volkswagens on each end, and the guy jams up the bar, and his arms come right out of his, rip right out. Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, talk about he's making a mockery. He's making a mockery out of the regular Olympics is what he's doing here. So it's the doped up, drugged up Olympics. They want all the athletes to be doped up on performance-enhancing drugs.
There it is.
Okay,
and they're all right, so hold on a minute.
All right, so
go. That's Kevin Nealon.
All right, Dennis Miller throws it to the Olympic anchor.
Who does?
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller throws it to the. All right, so let me.
Kevin Nealon. I love him. I interviewed him.
Yeah, let me. Of course you do. You've interviewed everyone on the planet. All right, so let me see here. Let me bring up the audio.
Kevin Nealon live in Bogota for the weightlifting finals. Kevin.
Dennis, getting ready to lift now is Sergei Akhmudov of the Soviet Union. His trainer has told me that he's taken anabolic steroids, Novocaine, NyQuil, Darvon, and some sort of fish paralyzer. Also, I believe he's had several cocktails within the last hour or so. All of this, of course, is perfectly legal at the All-Drug Olympics.
Oh!
In fact, it's encouraged. Akhmudov is getting set now. He's going for a clean and jerk of over 1,500 pounds, which would triple the existing world record. That's an awful lot of weight, Dennis, and here he goes. Oh, he's pulled his arms off! He's pulled his arms off! That's got to be disappointing to the big Russian. You know, you hate to see something like this happen, Dennis.
And then his arms are stuck, his hands are stuck on the bar, and his
veins
veins are hanging out, and blood is coming out as his arms were ripped out of the sockets. The all-drug Olympics. Dude, this guy in London, this guy Aaron D'Souza, he got the idea from Saturday Night Live from like 1987.
We just figured it out.
Do we know when the hell that was?
I mean,
do we know what year that was? 88. Here it is. Kevin Nealon reports live from the all-drug Olympics where weightlifter Sergey Akhmudov. That was Phil Hartman.
That was Phil Hartman. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was season 14, 1988. I just pulled 1987 out of my butt, and I was pretty damn close. So, heads up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me use the theme one more time. We are trying to get a cease and desist. Athlete is asked to be doped up. It is encouraged that you're all wigged up on performance-enhancing drugs. Whatever is on the list of banned substances with the regular Olympics,
no matter.
The doped-up performance-enhanced Olympics, they want you on that crap. They want when they test you, they want the needle to break on the meter. That's how doped up they want you at the enhanced games, and they want world records broken. What about like athletes on meth?
There's no drug testing. Anything.
Whatever gives them a little pep in their step, go for it.
I mean, if this can help you win a gold medal or a gold needle.
That's what they should give out.
Yeah. Instead of a gold medal, it's a gold syringe, or. Oh, I took the silver syringe. Yeah, I got the bronze syringe.
No shame in that. Yeah. Bronze is pretty good.
There you go. All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. I'm looking at a great pile of early morons in the news. As you know, the third segment of Hour 1, which roughly falls at about 6:40 every morning. That's when I roll out the early pile of imbeciles, affectionately called morons in the news. It is absolutely a self-help segment. In fact, we put morons in the news every day. We put it in the community service reports. Roxanne, you put it in there, right?
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah, because we keep a file of like community service events and things on the program that
I don't do that job anymore.
What?
I don't do that job anymore. I don't do that anymore.
I thought you did that.
Nope.
Yeah, you used to keep the what they call that thing? The
PSA show?
Yeah, the public file?
Yes.
And the PSA show?
Yes.
You don't do that anymore?
No.
How'd you get out of that crap?
More web posting.
All right, fantastic. Anyway, yeah, but every single day, our morons in the news should be in the public file for community service because it's a self-help segment. Because we whip out such imbecile stories that if you're feeling down in the dumps, they've got to make you feel better because your life is nowhere near as bad as these jackwagons we tell you about every morning with morons in the news. So hold on, that's coming up next here on the MJ Morning Show. Camp Rouge and Green. It is the MJ Morning Show. MJ here with Roxanne and Fester. No Froggy today because Froggy decided to take a personal day. It's no damn family issue. He was at some wrestling crap at the Sundome last night. What do they call it now?
The Yingling Center?
Yingling Center. Yeah.
I was just catching up with Pat George about it.
Yeah.
Ooh, it sounds like a crazy event. They throw people on beds of nails and throw glass sheets at people. I mean, that's the rumor.
That's Saturday night at Roxanne's house.
So I wonder if it was...
That's where I get my inspiration.
I wonder if it was a warm-up for the performance-enhancing drug Olympics that are coming in December of 2024, apparently. Hey, later on this morning, I got yelled at by Michelle last night. I'm doing prep for the show, and I kept playing a certain sound over and over again in a video that I was watching, and Michelle's like, stop it! Stop. So she's yelling at me. She's like, I don't want to hear that. That is so gross. We have a story coming up later this morning. What the heck ticked off Michelle that she essentially got up and left the living room while we were watching TV because I was listening to this particular sound, and there were various ones over and over again. That's coming up on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 642. Early morons in the news. And $1,000 on the way. Don't forget, between 9 and 9:20. So listen all morning, and then between 9 and 9:20, I'm going to give you the next MJ Cash Stash song, and of course, it's worth $1,000. $1,000. When you hear the Cash Stash song played later in the day, $1,000 could be yours if you're caller 7. And of course, I identify what song you're listening for later today between 9 and 9:20. So we got a good old local morons in the news story here. Man, I tell you what, our friends at the Smoking Gun, they cultivate the best stories. What do they? Do they just go through all of the arrest reports in Pinellas County? It seems that Pinellas is their hot spot.
Yeah, I spoke with the public information officer at the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office, and that guy calls all the time on the most obscure stories that local stuff just misses.
Yeah, Bill Bastone is. Yeah. So he's in New York. I've met him before. I actually hung out with him and Drew Curtis from FARC up in New York. Remember, I did a podcast for a while with Drew Curtis.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we did the Fark and Schnitt podcast, and I met Bill from the Smoking Gun up in New York a couple of times, actually. So here's the latest. Got a local dude who already has, some health issues. He was battered by his ex-wife who ripped his CPAP machine off his face while he was sleeping. According to St. Pete police, who report the victim was left bloodied at 3:45 in the morning on, looks like yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, this just happened.
This is dated August 2nd. Investigators say that Jennifer Colandrea, 42, and the victim lived together in a St. Petersburg home owned by the 42-year-old man. Colandrea and her ex-spouse divorced in 2009. Holy crap. They divorced, 14 years ago? And they're still living in the same house.
Wow.
I'm surprised there hasn't been issues before this.
According to the man, he was asleep in his bed early Monday. His CPAP mask, almost like a jet fighter pilot mask.
Yeah, they do look like that.
It's like Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
I'd never heard one until about 6 months ago. Those are noisy.
I've never heard one. I haven't known anyone that used a CPAP mask. Festa, don't you use this? Why you've yawned 40 times since the beginning of the show.
I've only yawned like 38 times.
Hold on. What is your deal?
I don't know.
I mean, literally, whenever I look at you, you're yawning.
I don't know. I don't have a deal. Kind of early.
Do you wear a CPAP?
I probably should because it would alleviate my yawning. I'd probably get a better night's sleep.
Anyway, so this guy's in bed. This is early Monday morning, earlier this week. He's got the CPAP in place, and Colandrea came into the room, ripped the breathing device off his face, and he was left with a bloody cut on his lower lip. And then she began arguing with the guy after his CPAP mask was ripped off and he's bloodied. The CPAP machine helps the user keep their airways clear while they sleep.
Yeah, it prevents the snoring, and you're supposed to get a better night's sleep. You don't wake up and...
Colandrea was arrested for domestic battery, misdemeanor, booked into the Pinellas County Jail. She was released, I guess, on the 1st. So what was the 1st?
That was Tuesday.
So Tuesday was the 1st?
Yes.
You sure? All right, so released earlier this week. A judge has ordered Colandrea to have no contact with her former husband. They've been living in the same house, divorced since 2009, and they're still living in the same house. How the hell does that happen? How can you not find different places? You're yawning again.
Well, I tried to hide it that time.
Yeah, we're talking about CPAP and we're talking about snoring. And
you're making me very tired just talking about sleeping stories.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm concerned. I think you got to go for a physical, man. I'm telling you.
Physical schmizzical.
All right. So anyway, she was released on her own recognizance. She cannot have any contact with her former husband, who she's lived in the same house with since 2009, since their divorce. The arrest affidavit does not indicate why Colandrea was living with her ex, but the residential arrangement appears recent. Last year, the victim was arrested following a domestic confrontation with a woman whom he had been in a romantic relationship with for 12 years. Well, I don't know how you deduct. Maybe she's still been in the house while the dude was having a romantic relationship with somebody else. I don't know.
Maybe old girlfriend moves out, old ex-wife moves in.
Yeah, just another good old, Tampa Bay area morons in the news story. So I don't. If you rip the CPAP mask off, I mean, how does it cut your face? Did she do like a snap? Is it like elastic? Did she like pull it and go and then like snap back and crack the guy in the face?
I thought it was like a Velcro strap holding it on, but
it's like you have an elephant trunk coming out of your face. Isn't that part of the CPAP? I haven't known anyone using CPAP.
Okay, I got to tell you my story.
Yeah.
So we were in the Bahamas. We're staying with another friend. And so I can, our rooms are down the hall from them. And all of a sudden, late at night, I hear this. To me, it sounded like a low rumble of a jet engine or vibration of some kind.
How about lawn equipment?
Yeah, exactly. And I look at Doug, I'm like, what's going on in that room? What the heck are they into? And then I realize it's probably a CPAP machine or so, because, I knew that was an issue for this person. But as I'm looking online,
where were you again? You were
in the Bahamas.
So you're in the Bahamas and you're staying in a condo or a home?
And
with another couple?
Yes.
So who was the other? Oh, Derek Jeter?
No.
Derek Jeter's on us. Oh, my God. Breaking news.
You.
Holy crap.
Not him.
Derek Jeter's on a CPAP machine.
Yeah, he looks like a
Holy
Doesn't he look like a CPAP? This is going to shock you.
Is that why he retired from baseball?
But we have other friends aside from Derek.
This is breaking news. Derek Jeter is on a CPAP machine with breathing problems.
Wow.
Well, get ESPN on the phone. Get SportsCenter on the phone. Exactly.
Okay. Wasn't him. But
so, how old is this friend of yours that's on a CPAP machine?
53-ish.
Really?
Yeah. So, but here's my thing. Yeah. As I'm Googling it right now.
53 is not an ish number. It's actually a very specific number.
As I'm Googling this, I'm realizing CPAPs aren't really supposed to make a ton of noise. They're supposed to be 30 dBs, which is about as loud as raindrops or a whisper.
Yeah, they're not
unless
really
there's an
loud
air
machines.
leakage issue.
It's not like there's like a lawn leaf blower.
What it sound like a pressure washer?
It sounded like
like a jackhammer jackhammer CPAP machine.
The idea is for the person to sleep and the person next to them to sleep.
Yeah.
What's the first name of the guy on the CPAP machine?
Ben.
Yeah, sure it is. Yeah, Ben Dover. Is it the Dover family, Ben Dover? It's 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, another jackwagon at the airport. Hey, I'm flying later today. I guarantee I will not do this. I will not do this at the airport. What? Well, first of all, I don't plan to be late. Although, Fester, we got to rush to the airport. Yeah, so I'm relying on Fester to get me to the airport. I don't have a lot of time at the end of the show to lollygag. I got to catch a flight.
Oh, I want to lollygag with you.
Yeah, it's a good lollygag.
No, but serious, do not do this at the airport, folks. And I'm telling you right now, if this happens to me, I will not do this and end up arrested. What? Tell you next. Don't move. Back in a second on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. What's your... I am flying later today. I will not do this at the airport. That is next.
Sweet dreams are made of.
7:03, MJ with Fester and Roxanne. There is no Froggy today because Froggy said that he had a family personal issue today, and I found out that's a load of crap. He went to some jacked up wrestling event at the USF Sundome last night.
But I think that is a family personal issue because he took his family and it's personal.
Well, there's no reason why you can't be here for a 6 a.m. show. I went to Oppenheimer a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday night. I didn't get home till 1 a.m., and I was here when it said, now stand by for the MJ Morning Show. Right. I was here to open the show. I didn't take the day off. Hey, guys, I'm not going to be here on Monday. I got a personal day. I got a big family issue.
You're breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back. Big deal. Listen, the guy's entitled to take a day off. I don't understand what the issue is with him not saying, hey, I'm going to a wrestling event Wednesday night. I'm going to be tore up from the floor up. I'm going to be in no shape to do a show on Thursday.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
Why would he have said?
I've done plenty of late events the previous night during my career, and I'm here bright and early the next morning doing the show.
It is dangerous.
You know what? He's got a work ethic problem.
You know what? I'm going to.
It comes down to work ethic.
Where's that suggestion box where we can put like names for employee of the month? Because that's what you need.
What are you going to say, Roxanne?
It is dangerous to drive when you're sleepy. So maybe it's like a responsible thing.
I've got Fester has yawned 107 times in the last hour and 5 minutes.
Hey, man.
We've been on the air for an hour and 5 minutes, and Fester has.
Talk about it.
Dude, no, I think there's something wrong. I've never seen anyone yawn. All right, now you're faking it.
That was not a fake yawn.
No,
that was not a fake yawn.
Yes, it was. No, now you're faking it. Now you're giving me the business. No, you're giving me the business. Dude, I'm serious. I'm not busting on you. I'm just saying that you have yawned in all right, is that fake?
You're talking about yawning. You can't talk about yawning and not have somebody yawn.
Don't. That's not true. Don't.
Oh, it's true. It's the power of suggestion of a yawn. It's like a very, it's a word that compels you to want to yawn and feel like yawning. That's why it's a sympathetic thing. Like if someone else yawns,
All right, guys, stop. Come on. All right, you guys
stop talking about my yawn.
You guys are making me angry.
And it'll go away.
Fester, it won't go away. I've watched you involuntarily. You don't even know you're yawning.
It won't go away quickly.
You have yawned an inordinate amount in the last hour, and I'm concerned.
Well, I'm concerned you're not a very compassionate person because if you don't yawn when someone else is yawning, it means you don't have as much compassion as other people.
Yes, there is the so-called sympathetic yawn where you see somebody yawning and then you yawn. But what I want to know, are there...
Stop talking about it.
All right, guys.
Stop talking about yawning.
Stop with your fake freaking yawns.
My eyes are starting to water. Stop it, please.
No, but Roxanne, seriously, you're the Google Meister over there. Seriously, can you Google... If somebody yawns a lot, is that an indication of a health issue? And other than being tired, Fester? Now you're faking it. Now you're being a wise ass. You're a wise ass yawner now. What?
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Please.
Yawning is a bodily response to tiredness.
All right, I know that. But are there other indicators? Can something else be medically wrong with you if you're yawning incessantly?
Fester, thanks for visiting my doctor's office today. So you've been yawning a lot. I think I do have the answer to your problem, but we're going to go through a little checklist. Have you been sleeping well?
I guess.
Yawning a lot is a sign of insomnia.
You're mocking me now. You're mocking me.
What about, are you depressed?
Yes.
All right, I'm moving. Listen, if you can't give me a straight answer, I'm moving along.
Could be sleep apnea, narcolepsy, or a side effect. Are you on any medication?
Yes.
Okay. I think we solved this issue.
Yes to everything.
All right. So I'm going to the airport later this morning. In fact, I gotta bust out of here quickly. I can't hang out. Hey, Andrew, I might be ending the show like 3.5 minutes early today. I'm just kind of doing I do have TSA pre-check. Oh, you want to hear something crazy? I don't know why this happens. We can't figure it out other than I think sometimes it could be a random deal here. But I checked in, Michelle and myself, because we've got a flight later this morning, and my pre-check came up. I'm TSA pre-check. I'm Sky Priority pre-check. And then I flip over to see Michelle's boarding pass, and she's got no pre-check. So I called Delta.
Heavens no.
And they said, everything's here.
Yeah.
Her TT11, her whole pre-check number's there. We've had pre-check since the very beginning. I renew it every 5 years. Oh, by the way, the optimal window for us to renew our pre-check is coming up on September 26th, I believe, is what the TSA website says, that because we expire early next year. So we got to buy another 5-year period for pre-check. And folks, whatever you do, do not buy pre-check. Wait in the long, long line for the regular security screening. And at Tampa International, we buzz right through. There's generally no more than 2 or 3 people waiting. Whatever you do, I highly, highly dissuade you from getting pre-check. Do not get pre-check. It is a total waste of $85. You get to go right through the line, lickety-split. You don't take your shoes off. Your laptop stays in the bag. You don't get as much scrutiny. I'm able to leave my liquids in my DOP kit, etc. Yeah, whatever you do, folks, do not get TSA pre-check. I highly recommend against it. I don't want you clogging up the line. So, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Don't get pre-check. Yeah, just stay away from it. It's like, it's like the plague. Yeah, TSA totally like the plague. Because you get to go through the security line so quickly.
Super fast.
Yeah, you don't want it. So stay away. Do not get pre-check. Anyway, so Michelle doesn't have it today. So when I called Delta, they said, have her go to the counter early. I mean, typically we wouldn't go to the counter. We got no bags to check. And but if because she's going ahead of me, Fester's going to take me right to the airport. But Michelle is going to be ahead of me this morning. So hopefully she's running a little early. She can go to the counter because sometimes they can force the pre-check on at the counter. That's what the Delta agent told me. But, we were wondering if somehow she came up randomized. Sometimes you get like that SSS, the extra security thing on a boarding pass. Maybe while you see it on a printed boarding pass sometimes. Maybe, you don't see it electronically, but maybe she was like randomly selected for extra screening, so she didn't get her pre-check this time around. Okay. Anyway, I am going to the airport later this morning. I will not do this at the airport. Well, first of all, I don't anticipate missing my flight. Listen to this, A-clown. Oh, you know what? I meant to say ass clown.
I say
no, because I was going to say a-hole. So
right.
that's why.
Ass clown is perfectly acceptable.
I could say ass clown.
The other one.
I was going to say a-hole, and I kind of conflated the two. But listen to this. A guy down in Fort Lauderdale, this is at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport. This guy shows up late for an American Airlines flight and missed the flight. And guess what he yells at the airport? Guess what he yells at the gate? He misses his flight in Fort Lauderdale, and guess what he says to the gate agent?
Only one thing comes to mind.
Yeah, what do you think?
He has a bomb.
Well, you're pretty damn close. The guy says, I'm going to blow this up. So
that's just as bad.
Dude, that's the wrong thing to do, man. I mean, what would possess somebody? What kind of an imbitard do you have to be at the airport after missing your flight to yell, I'm going to blow this bleep up?
Yeah, you've already, the point of no return has already passed.
Yeah, you've already missed your flight. So what, you want to get arrested and charged with making a bomb threat on top of it? Yeah, this genius is Vincent Sereno, 30 years old, of Clewiston, which is
middle of the state, right?
Like Belglade. Isn't that?
I thought it was north.
Isn't Clewiston like the bottom part of Lake Okeechobee? I think Clewiston is right near Belglade.
Yeah, it's near the big lake.
Yeah. Look at we're looking at the big lake.
The big lake
called
in Florida.
it's called Lake Okeechobee.
See,
Clewiston is right near Belglade.
Roxanne, do not confuse Clewiston with Williston.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm doing.
Or Whispering Pines. That would be the northern part of Lake Okeechobee. So this genius, 30-year-old Vincent Sereno, shows up late, was told the flight was closed. The guy gets enraged and starts screaming, I'm going to blow this Schitt's Creek up.
Yeah, right. Blow this plane up.
And then he says, I'm going to take you all out. So not only does he say, I'm going to blow this bleep up, then he says, I'm going to take you all out. And then the gate agent calls 911.
He doubles down on the terrorism.
Yeah, the Broward Sheriff's Office, because they do, if I'm not mistaken, Broward County Sheriff's Office, they are the airport security at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. When I attempted to advise Sereno of his Miranda rights, he refused to allow it. according to Deputy Christopher Anderson, wrote in the arrest report, once again became enraged and was swearing at me and raising his voice. Serino appeared in court on Tuesday on charges of making a bomb threat, making a false report of mass destruction on public property. While the judge said he felt what Serino was facing the right charges, he found probable cause, ordered Serino to be given a $10,000 bond, and told him that he could not go on any airport property. So the judge said that you cannot go on any airport property. Yes, Serino's attorney said he's a truck driver, was on his way to go pick up a truck from a repair shop when he missed the flight.
That's his fault.
Oh, man.
You don't make a threat.
Yeah. How about that? Apparently it was Serino's arrest report stated that he'd been scheduled to take a Delta flight, which had been reported in the original article, but he was actually scheduled to fly American. So I don't know what I don't know what airline is supposed to be on. One thing says Delta, one thing says... Anyway.
The lesson.
The guy at the airport is yelling, I'm going to blow this bleep up. I'm going to take you all out. That is the dumbest thing that anyone can possibly do. All right, 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Don't forget, we're giving away another grand today. It is the MJ Cash Stash. Another $1,000 is on the way. We'll give you the song to listen for between 9 and 9:20 this morning. And then you listen up, and sometime before 6 o'clock today during the workday, we'll play the song. We call her number 7, and you win $1,000. But you got to know what song it is, and we'll give you that coming up in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. So don't move. We're loaded. Oh, Roxanne, you're looking forward to the real estate haunted story, aren't you? Yeah, that's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up in just a bit. All right, hang on. We're loaded next. Hour and 20 minutes nonstop MJ Morning Show. If your carpets... he was kind of dropping little hints. So, yeah, he might not be here on Thursday. I never got a definitive answer yesterday. Oh, yeah, I don't know yet. I might not. But Froggy was kind of laying the little clues that, yeah, might not be there. Got a family situation. All cagey. Wouldn't tell us what it was. I said, hey, so what is your family situation? What do you have to do? And he wouldn't tell us. And, of course, he doesn't show up. He didn't also confirm or deny yesterday whether he's going to be here. He didn't drop a text to the group text for the morning show saying, yeah, guys, I'm not going to be. Nothing. He left us kind of hanging like 50-50. I might be there, might not. And, of course, this morning we get here. He's not here. And then Fester informs me that Froggy went to some wrestling crap at the Sundome last night.
It wasn't an issue because I thought he would be here this morning.
Well, I have done plenty of late-night events where I show up and do my job.
Yeah, he might have got tore up drunk. Who knows?
I do have a question.
Yeah, with his kids. You showed me the video. So Froggy's got it posted on his Instagram, and he's with his kids. So you got tore up drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt. I hope not. Yeah.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are we just like full disclosure around here of everything we do on our personal day? Is that how it has to be?
I'm pretty much full disclosure.
I know you
I
are.
pretty much am an open book.
I know you
I don't
are.
I don't hide much.
But I mean, if it's a personal day, it's just personal. It's private.
Why
Right?
couldn't he just say, hey, listen, well, because he knew that I would give him crap because, about work ethic, about, you can take your kids to some wrestling thing, get home at 11 o'clock at night, and still show up for a morning show. That's a Tuesday for me, all right?
But if you take your kids and your family, then you got to take them home, put them to bed. They're up late. It's just when you have younger kids, it's harder. They're all hyped up after the wrestling event.
Listen,
You know.
everybody's entitled to take a day off, even though MJ works all the days. He works
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to work this holiday to bank it. Take a day off.
All right, 7:27 at the MJ Morning Show. This is an hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ. No commercials, no music, just nonstop MJ content. We do it every morning, and it starts right here, right now. Don't forget the Cash Stash song. The next song, we'll give you the title at 9 o'clock to 9:20. So within that window, between 9 and 9:20 this morning, I'm going to give you the new song to listen for. When you hear it played later today, guaranteed before 6, be the 7th caller, you win $1,000. Yesterday's winner was Mary Lee in Lutz. Hey, Andrew, how far along are we on... Dude, I'm glad I didn't play this on the air, dude. Did you have any idea how many F-bombs were in this movie trailer?
No. I saw the commercial for it last night for the first time. That's how I was introduced.
That was on TV?
Yes.
All right, so obviously, if you saw the commercial on TV, it wasn't laden with curses, but the trailer that you brought up online, the F-bomb was dropping every 2 seconds. I couldn't play that. So Fester says, yeah, my kids want me to take them to this movie, and I'm like, all right, let me see the trailer. And then suddenly, this was during the commercial break, and it's like, F this, F. I'm like, what? Hey, Andrew, how long before you have this trailer bleeped?
I'm almost done.
Okay, just give me a thumbs up when it's ready to go. Fester, are you going to the $5 all-you-can-eat pancakes at IHOP this month?
I am really excited about
It started
this.
August 1st. Did you already start?
No, I have
Dude, you've already blown 3 days?
Listen, I'll be going next week to the IHOP. I'm very excited about the $5 all-you-can-eat pancakes.
Yeah, IHOP announced that they're celebrating its 65 years by offering a bunch of anniversary offers, including all-you-can-eat pancakes. Attention, all Tampa Bay area IHOPs. Watch for Fester. If you don't know what Fester looks like, go to the MJMorningshow.com website. And you know how they post pictures of like be on the lookout? Or some stores will have pictures of folks that write bad checks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to put a picture of Fester up at local IHOPs. Hey, warning, watch out for this guy. Lock the place. If Fester shows up, lock the place. Yeah, $5 all-you-can-eat pancakes this month because it's available until August 27th. So August 1 through the 27th. Fester, you've already used 3 days of the month up here. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
I do plan on going several times to the IHOP. I have an IHOP bias, though.
What is it?
I only like to go to the IHOPs with the old Alpine-looking roof.
Oh, yeah.
I do like those.
I mean, all these new IHOPs are, they have like these look like regular buildings.
Yeah, the big A-frame roof, the old that's when they had, I think, more syrups on the table. They used to have like a carousel or something of. It just seemed to me when I was a kid.
Was it always 4?
You know what? When I was a kid, it seemed like there were like 27 different types of syrup flavors.
I thought it was always maple, blueberry, strawberry, and boysenberry.
No, I'm with MJ. I remember it being, wasn't there like just a whole setup
Hey.
of them? They like went in the windowsill, so many syrups.
Or could it be the Mandela effect?
What's that?
Oh, come on. That's everyone's talking about the Mandela effect. It's like, for whatever reason, it's making the whole social media rounds again. That's where you will swear that you remember something and you don't remember it correctly.
Oh, yeah. I've had that happen in my life recently.
One of the Mandela effect stories, and I've had 150 people send me, hey, MJ, you aware of the Mandela effect? Yeah, this has been floating around for a while, but for whatever reason, it's back in circulation and it's all over social media. So, again, the Mandela effect is you'll swear you remember something a certain way, but that's not what happened. And one of the examples is, yes. Who am I doing?
Ed McMahon?
Yes. So Ed McMahon, people swear that Ed McMahon used to come to your house with the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes check. Ed McMahon never had the big check with the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. But you remember that, don't you?
Yeah, the thing was, Ed McMahon's going to come to my house. That was the same.
Right. But guess what? It wasn't the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. He did the American Family Publishers or whatever. Remember, he and Dick.
I mean, the two of those
Yeah.
those two.
Yeah,
Ed
so
and Dick.
you had Ed with Dick, all right? And it was Dick Clark, of course. They did the American Family sweepstakes or publishers, but people will swear, no, people will bet $1,000, $10,000. Yeah, Ed McMahon, Publishers Clearing. No, so that's the Mandela deal that people are bringing up. So, I got a little DM yesterday. Listen to this, and I had to kind of set them straight. I got a direct message, and folks, I encourage you. Hey, DM me, email me. Folks, I am very approachable. I am very contactable. My DMs are not shut off. My primary social media these days is Instagram. I haven't been on my Facebook in months, but my primary and Twitter or whatever the hell.
You're not on X?
Yeah, whatever erratic Elon's doing. I've pretty much written off Twitter a long time ago. But my primary social now is Instagram, and my DMs are open. I'm Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow, and you can always send me a DM, or you can just email me. My private personal email, I'm the only one that goes through it, is mj@mjmorningshow.com. mj@mjmorningshow.com. So I get this DM yesterday from Brad Mill, and Brad Mill writes this to me. You all should quit the radio show and do an uncensored podcast. It would be all the rave. Thanks. You're the best. Thanks for all the laughs. I've had an opportunity to be on the radio with Steve, someone back in the day, but did not follow up. I've always wanted to. Thanks to you all. Blah. Anyway, so he's trying to say that we ought to quit this conventional terrestrial radio setup and do an uncensored podcast.
Podcast. I think I have heard of those.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So what do you think I wrote back to him? What do you think that I wrote back to Brad Mill?
Thanks for the encouragement.
Podcasting is truly like
That is incorrect.
No, I don't know. Podcasting is like the 1/100,000th of 1% are successful. There's so many junk podcasts.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get them off the ground.
Now, our podcast would not be junk. Listen, before we came back and did the morning show the second time around here on Q105, we did a podcast for a year. Myself, Froggy and Fester, we did the MJ Morning Show podcast for about a year.
That's how we landed this job.
No, they wanted, before I went to New York in 2015, they tried to hire the show back.
Yeah,
we could have been back on the air in town in 2015.
These old boys are listening to a podcast, a couple of guys hacking around in their spare bedrooms, putting on something better than anything else in the Bay Area radio.
Yeah, so our podcast that we were doing for a year was, better than anything else on the air in town, and then they made a second run at me. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when I went to New York in 2015 to launch a new morning show on WOR New York for iHeart, I had a couple offers on the table. Either go to New York or Beasley. They had just purchased all of the stations from CBS in late 2014, and I'll tell you, I met Justin Chase, who's the corporate program director, and Brian Beasley. I met them in late 2014. I met them at Grimaldi's Pizza. We had pizza at Grimaldi's Pizza right next to Dick's Sporting Goods at West Shore Plaza, and they were pitching me like, "Hey, put the team back together. We want to put you on the air." And I had to turn them down. I said, "You know what, guys? I'm gonna go launch this new morning show up in New York," and I did. And that's why I didn't start the show back in 2015. So we could have been back after just being off the air for a little over 2 years, 2.5 years. We could have been back, or close to 3 years. We could have been back much sooner, but I decided to do the New York thing and give that a whirl. And then when I decided not to renew my contract up in New York, they came back around and said, "Hey, do you want to do the MJ Morning Show again?" What had happened was, and this is some, behind the scenes stuff, all the years that we were off the air after we left FLZ back in 2012, in February of 2012, the research, they would do, market research, they would do just perceptual studies, and for all of the years, the MJ Morning Show would still come back, like, what's your favorite morning show? We would come back, MJ Morning Show. We were off the air, and people in all the research projects kept saying the MJ Morning Show. Love the MJ Morning Show. And like the research gurus, they're like, what's this MJ Morning Show? And
they're not one of our selections.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Not currently.
We don't show them on the air. And so we in the research would just constantly come back as the most recognizable, most recallable, best morning show in the market. And that's why the Beasleys kept pursuing, "Hey, guys, do you want to do the show? Do you want to bring it back?" And finally, in 2020, I said, okay, called Fester and Froggy, and we were doing a podcast, just, having fun. And I said, "Guys, hey, they want to put us back on the air. You want to go on Q105?" And everyone agreed, and here we are. And come October, we're back for 3 years already. But the deal is, let me go back around to talk about the podcast deal.
The DM.
We didn't make any money doing the podcast.
No.
The fact is, there is no money in podcasts. So I wrote only a few folks. So I wrote back to Brad, there is no money in most podcasts. Only a few make money. If I had to rely on a podcast for revenue, and if I had zero savings, I would be homeless and starve. So
you would lose some weight, that's for sure.
No, listen, the bottom line is podcasts, there are a jillion podcasts, and most make absolutely nothing. In fact, you lose money doing a podcast because you got to buy the microphone, the wire, you got to have an internet. I mean, most podcasts lose money.
So you hear like a guy like Joe Rogan, who's
the total exception.
That's the outlier. That is the exception.
And that dude says some jacked up, boneheaded crap, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he says some really stupid stuff. So anyway, Brad, we're not going to do an uncensored podcast because I'm a capitalist and I want to make money.
Yeah. Or Brad, send me a text later. I'll call you up and curse at you, and you can get your fill.
I kind of want to make money. That's the bottom line here. Hey, what did I tease earlier about Michelle yelling at me last night?
Just that.
Well, you said there was a repetitive sound you kept playing on a video.
Yeah.
Was it like a goat yelling or something? What kind of annoying sound would cause her to yell?
Well, you're not far off.
Okay, because, I'm trying to think. What would caused Michelle to be so agitated?
I stumbled across this story about a woman in Maryland who has a crazy talent, and she has now broken the Guinness World Record for the loudest female belch.
Oh, that's something to be proud of.
So not the longest belch, just the loudest.
The loudest as far as decibels. And I'm watching the story, and I'm playing the audio clips. Then I find her Instagram account, and her Instagram account is nothing but her belching.
Oh, dude, I got to go there right now. What is it?
This woman is...
Belching Betty?
She's 33 years old. Her Instagram is Kimmy Cole. I'm sorry, it's a TikTok. And listen, I hate TikTok, but, you know, okay.
For this purpose.
I had to go check it out. Kimmy Cola is her name. She's from Spotsylvania, Virginia. It says Kimberly. Now, this is weird. One story says she's a Maryland woman, and then the other one says she's from Spotsylvania, Virginia. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. So Kimberly Winter of Spotsylvania, Virginia, now holds the Guinness World Record for the world's loudest burp by a woman, as her enormous belch is about as loud as a motorcycle at full throttle. So Winter is 33 years old. She broke the record. She belted out a belch that was 107.3 decibels. In fact, when I was watching some of her videos last night, she actually, with her own decibel meter, hit 109. But the way that Guinness measures it, I think their decibel meter was further away from her mouth. So I'm reading the story. I bite. I go to her social media, and I'm watching these videos, and we're in the living room, we're watching TV, and we're on the couch, and I start playing these videos, and Michelle is like repulsed. She's like, you got to shut that off. Michelle's like, I'm going to leave the room if you don't stop playing this. She's like, that's disgusting. So, are you ready?
Oh my God, this looks so awesome.
Roxanne, should I play these?
I mean,
I have to hear them.
I guess.
I have 1, 2, 3. I've got 6 examples of the burp queen, either from Maryland or Virginia. All right, they're right next to each other, but I've got 2 different stories, and we got 2 different geographic locations of this woman. Here is a sample of some of her belches, and she is a Guinness World Record holder. Listen.
Okay, that's enough. No more. No more. No more.
Play more.
No more.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, she did like a Kool-Aid man in there. Did you? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She does an oh, yeah in the belch.
It's so good. Play more.
How is this any different than a man? She should get the Guinness Book of World Records for all burpers. I think she could beat men with that burp.
First of all, I am on.
Oh, yeah. She does. And she's like an attractive 33-year-old woman. All right, so you're saying I should stop. I've got
Stop.
5. I've got 5
Stop.
more.
No, shush there, Roxanne. Please play more. We need to hear. This is the world record holder, Roxanne. This is female empowerment. This is everything you stand for.
No, I'm so with Michelle.
You're with my wife. All right, you know what? I'm going to the belch phones. Let's go to the belch lines. And you know what? I'm going to let the audience, I'm going to let the MJ Morning Show listener decide. Do you want to hear more of the burp queen?
I mean, not 1,000 of them, but like at least all 6.
I said I have 6.
I know. I'm just trying to point that out to Roxanne. Don't play it.
We played 2. That's enough.
We played
I played 1. I played 1 twice. I played the oh, yeah.
Did you not recognize that as the same burp?
I want to go to phones right now. Fester says, more burps.
Oh, my God, that's so great.
Roxanne says, no more burps.
She's instantly the hottest girl I've ever met in my whole life. What a talent.
Now, I'm going to let you, the MJ Morning Show listener, decide. Should I play the 5 remaining burps that I have from Kimberly Winter, the burp queen? Yes or no? More burps? All the time?
When I hear her burps, I want to throw up.
That's her name. Her name is Winter.
All burps, all the time. You give us 22 minutes, and we'll give you the... All right, should I play the remaining 5? Yes or no? Look at the phone's already jammed up.
And you know what? I can already tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be very, very polarizing because that's what the texts they're flying in. Play them burps. It's so gross. No more.
Tell those texters
No,
to call
disgusting.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Should I play the remainder of the audio samples of the Burp Queen, who now holds the Guinness World Record for the loudest female belch? Yes or no? More burps or shut it down? 800-990-1047. I'm going to take a couple of rounds of calls here, and you, the audience, will absolutely 100% decide right now whether we continue on this burp fest or it stops right here. And I got to get to the real estate haunted house deal, which you're very intrigued by this.
I'm very intrigued by it, but I do have to say, if you play these burps, you might also have to listen to me throw up in my mouth because that's what's going to happen.
Burps
so that
cause you
goes
to
along with the burping.
All right, let's go.
No.
Let's go to phones.
Burp sound and vomit sounds are totally different.
All right, Randall is in Land O'Lakes. Randall, you're on the MJ Morning Show. More burps or shut it down?
More burps, for the love of God.
That's right.
Thank you, Randall.
Attaboy.
All right, Sharon is in Lakeland. Sharon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Yes or no?
More burps. By golly, more burps.
Thank you.
Let's have more burps.
All right, Sharon. All right, that's a female. So Randall male, Sharon's female. We've got 2 more burps now. Let's grab Ryan in Plant City. By the way, some lines just opened up. 800-990-1047. Ryan, yes or no? More burps or shut it down?
Yes, man, play them. I want to hear them.
All right, thank you. Roxanne, it's not looking good for you now.
I don't care. Is it looking good for me or is it just I don't want to hear these gross sounds?
This is democracy right here. This is freedom.
It is. Mary is in Tampa. Mary, more burps or no?
Please, no. Please, for the sake of God, no.
Okay, all right. That's our first no vote. Thank you, Mary. Mary,
You're welcome.
Mary, let's say the voting goes to yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to play 5 more burps. Are you going to keep listening?
Until 9 o'clock when you announce the song of the day.
Okay.
I'll tell you who's not going to keep listening. I'm going to turn it from 104.7 in my head.
All right, but Mary,
I don't blame you.
But Mary, if I play the rest of the burps, you're not going to turn us off, are you?
Again, until 9, sir.
She'll turn us off till 9 o'clock.
Oh, so you'll turn it off till 9 o'clock, till when we announce the $1,000 song? All right, Mary. All right, that's our first no. Let me grab Carrie in Port Richey. Carrie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, while I agree with your wife and Roxanne that it is disgusting, you are a morning show, and this is what we look forward to, so I say play them.
All right, there we go. Another female yes. Thank you, Carrie. Jill's in Largo. Jill, yes or no?
Yes.
Is that 5 now? 5-1?
It's 5-1.
Okay.
My sister and I used to have burping contests and try to do the alphabet. I can't do it anymore, but we used to do this as fun. So
Jill, how old are you now?
I'm 53.
Gotcha. Thank you,
My
Jill.
granddaughter turned 16 today.
All right, so Jill says more burps. Thank you, Jill. Jason is in Cloverport, Kentucky, listening online. Hello, Jason.
Hello, good morning, and I watch you all. You all do a wonderful job, and I would say no more burps.
All right. Oh, our first male no more burps.
Wow.
It is now 5-2. Thank you. Daniel in Tampa, that opened up a line, 800-990-1047. More burps, or should I stop it right here? All right, I'm only going to take a few more. I'll do another round of calls here, and then I'm going to shut it down. Let me grab Daniel in Tampa. Daniel, yes or no? Daniel, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I say bring it on. We got to do at least 2 more.
All right, thank you, buddy. You're in the yes column.
Oh, we've got 5 more.
Hold on. I don't have names.
Hold on.
There they are. Yeah. Felicia is in...
Bradley?
Where's Brad? Felicia, where are you calling from?
From Bradley,
Where's Bradley?
south of Lakeland.
Oh, okay.
I've not heard of that, Tim.
Mulberry.
Of course I've heard of
Mulberry.
Mulberry.
Of course,
all right, Felicia, yes or no? More burps or shut it down?
Absolutely. I am driving. I'm about peeing my pants laughing at this burp.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Never heard that before.
Wendy is in Sarasota. All right, I'm going to finish up with a couple more calls here. Wendy in Sarasota, yes or no?
Hell no.
Thank you, Wendy.
I had to do this in front of an audience as a contest, and he didn't know I was getting into it and was absolutely appalled that I had to sit there and drink this soda and burp in front of the whole audience, but I won.
Wait a sec. Wendy, where the hell did you have to drink soda and burp in front of an audience?
It was on a cruise ship, and it was a scavenger hunt, and I was the leader and didn't know that we had to go up on stage and do that.
Sounds like
what cruise line was this?
Probably Carnival. Because we're all Caribbean outfits.
It was the regurgitator of the seas.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Wendy. So that's, it looks like 7-3. At this point, it looks like the burping continues, at least for a few minutes.
Well, guess what? I'm texting your wife right now, and I'm just going to kind of zone out and not listen to the show while you guys burp away.
Christy's in Holiday. Christy, yes or no?
I am all down for it. I've been told I burp like a guy, so I am absolutely down for it. I think that it's awesome. So go ahead. Yes, 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 and more yes.
All right, I got you down. Thank you. All right.
MJ, if you wanted to, you could take 50 more calls. Every line is still left.
I'll take 2 more. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
My name is Dale.
Dale, yes or no? Burping, yes. Burping, no.
No burps.
All right, it's catching up now, and now it's 8-4.
Listen, it's okay to be in the minority on this. I'm not like, embarrassed that the burpers are winning.
Oh, my son Julian just called in on the private back line. Hang on, I'll grab him in a minute. Let me grab one more caller. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Christine.
Christine, yes or no?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I would like to enjoy my morning in peace and quiet and some sanity. Thank you.
All right. Now, if I do, because right now, if I go with the democratic process here, I've got to play the rest of the burps because the audience, I've got 8 votes that says yes, and I've got 5 votes that says no. So if I play quickly the remaining belches, will you hang with us or are you going to turn the channel?
Oh, I'll hang with you.
All right.
Christine, you understand, this is not just any burper. We're not playing this gratuitously.
Yeah.
This is a world record holder.
This woman just set the world record for the loudest female belch, Kimberly Winter. All right?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not known for that.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Julian, my son is on the line, on the hotline. Hi, Julian.
Hello. I'm going to have to go ahead and say, let's play them. I mean, Mom is completely repulsed as we're dropping off the dogs right now, but I think we should play them.
Julian, do you care about your mother?
I mean, to some extent, yes, but I kind of want to hear this. The fact that she was able to, put it in, oh, yeah, I mean, that's talent right there.
All right, hold on, Julian. Let's back up a second. Roxanne asked you specifically, do you care about your mother? And your answer was, to some extent, yes.
I just want to hear the rest of the 5 clips.
All right, let's just acknowledge you didn't answer that question the best possible way.
Hey, Julie, where's Mom?
She's getting out of the car right now.
Oh, geez, yeah.
She wanted to listen.
Yeah, they're dropping the dogs off at the kennel.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Julian, you say yes. So I'm going to add you to the list. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, what is that? Is it 9? No, it's 10. Yeah, Julian makes 10. 10 yes and 5 no.
Roll them. Play them.
All right. All right, Julian. Crank it up.
Her TikTok handle, and we're not the biggest fans of TikTok, but you're right. But on TikTok, she's Kimy, and then Cola. I thought Cola was her last name. Cola is the fuel that she uses to cause these burps.
Oh, that's why they call her Kimmy Cola?
Yeah.
I thought it was Kimmy Colon because she's got so much grumbling going on down there.
No, it all comes out top.
How about Kimmy colonoscopy?
If she holds it
she's
in,
going to
then
need one.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, folks, listen. Don't blame me. I put this out for a vote, and you, the listeners, you voted yes. You want to hear the rest of Kimmy Winter's record-setting belches. So, all right, folks, it's going to go by quickly. I'm going to get this done in 30, 40 seconds, all right? And then we move on to the whole haunted house deal, which Roxanne is on the edge of her seat for. Roxanne is fascinated about this. Here we go. Don't turn the channel, folks. This is Kimmy Cola, Kimberly Winter, and here's the original one, which is the "Oh Yeah" that she incorporates in it. Oh yeah. All right, here's number 2. All right, here's number 3. This is a 33-year-old woman, the Guinness World Record holder for the loudest female belcher. Are you okay, Roxanne?
She's seriously making me want to throw up.
There are 3 more.
It's like what do you call it? Sympathetic burps. Like it's causing me to want to vomit.
Right, here we go. 3 more. Here we go. That was at a restaurant, by the way.
You can hear the background noise.
All right, here we go. This second to last one. All right, and this is it, folks. This is it. It's almost like when the doctor's saying, okay, all right, pain's almost over. All right, here we go. Last one. That's it.
Seriously, it's making my eyes water.
No, come on.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
There we go. That is the new record holder, the loudest female belcher on the planet.
Good for her.
Yep. Monstrous and magical is how it's described.
And she's a fairly petite woman.
By the way, the male record is held by Neville Sharp of Australia.
Oh, man.
And his came in at 112.7 dB. So 112.7 decibels. He set the record for male burping, the loudest, back in 2021. And now we have Kimberly at 107.3 is her loudest belch. And then... she beat a 107 by Alyssa Cagnani of Italy back in 2009. So she only beat it by 0.3 of a decibel. So I wonder if this Italian woman is going to come back. What does the Italian woman have? Does she have like Italian soda or some San Pellegrino or something or
like that.
some San Benedetto and a bunch of spaghetti and a meatball? Oh, by the way, there is no meatball. You realize spaghetti and meatballs, there are no spaghetti and meatballs in Italy. Spaghetti and meatballs are a total Italian-American invention. Yes, so don't go to Italy and look at the menu and ask the waiter, hey, where's the spaghetti and meatballs? They don't have them.
But they do have loud burping women over there, too.
Apparently so. All right, Roxanne, are you ready for the haunted house story?
Hold on, I'm just still evaluating my life choices.
Seems like a recurring theme over the last 10 days.
Roxanne, are you ready?
Okay. Let's talk haunted. Yes.
Hey, what about Wendy Williams? Remember, she did that live on TV. Remember Wendy Williams?
It's a matter of time. She's not lonely. I apologize.
Remember that?
What's to apologize for?
That was a front end and a back end.
That's why you got the double apology.
Yeah, live on
TV. Single best human performance of anything ever.
All right, 7:59 at the MJ Morning Show. Ladies, thank you. If you did not want to hear it, thank you for tolerating that. I told you I get it out of the way quickly. I didn't drag it out. I played the remainder of the burps very, very fast. Now, we have $1,000 again today. It's the MJ $1,000 cash stash. We've already given away $18,000 to 18 listeners. And this is a local-only contest. This is not one of those national contests where you're competing against, hundreds of radio stations. No, this is a local-only deal. Another $1,000 we'll give it away today, the MJ Cash Stash. Later this morning between 9 and 9:20, I'll give you the new song to listen for, guaranteed to play before 6 o'clock during the workday. When you hear it, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000. Cash Stash on again today here on Q105. So, Roxanne, haunted houses.
Ooh.
That was as good as the actual sound
I
effect.
think it was.
It was pretty good. All right, so here's the deal. I had no idea until I was alerted to this earlier in the week. Do you know that Zillow, the website Zillow where it tells you what you're, and I found Zillow to be all over the road.
It is a little.
I look at my house sometimes, every once in a while, and it just the numbers are all over the place. And one time they had my house ridiculously low, and it's like, come on. Just the land, just my lot is worth more than what they were saying my house was.
If you want some accurate information, I suggest you go somewhere like Celebrity Net Worth.
Yeah,
that is the worst.
Roxanne is at $15 million.
Seriously, let's look up. Bring it up. But while Fester's looking up Celebrity Net Worth and what Roxanne Wilder's net worth is right now, while Fester's doing that, did you know Zillow? The real estate appraisal website, Zillow, did you know that they have a whole section on their website about haunted houses?
I had no idea.
I mean, what is this, a Scooby-Doo episode? What the? So, everything you want to know, this is an actual headline. This is an item. This is a post on the Zillow website. Everything you need to know about buying a haunted house. So wait a minute. Zillow is acknowledging, they're saying that, oh yes, houses are haunted. See, I don't believe in that. Roxanne, do you believe in haunted houses?
Of
course you do.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it haunted, but yeah, I mean, I think that there are definitely, I told you my experience that I had one time.
Do you think the headless scepter is walking around? There's just a candelabra floating in the air?
No, not like that. Not like that.
Zoink, Scoob! It's the headless scepter!
But it's just it's like little kids when they see stuff because they're open to it. As adults, we're pretty closed to all of that kind of stuff.
I mean, you can't make this crap up. Zillow has a whole link on their website, everything you need to know about buying a haunted house. And I'll give you an example. They tell a whole story here about an individual. They list, and again, this is an article on Zillow.com. It says Marianne Bornhoft was looking up after an open house showing when she heard a faint cry. Help me. Following the cries downstairs to the basement, the veteran real estate agent ended up in front of what appeared to be a concealed door. She pushed on it, it sprang open, and a panicked woman rushed out. She told me that she went down to look at the root cellar, and the door closed behind her, says Bornhoft, who called her husband soon after from the living room to relay what had happened. As she talked, the chandelier in the room began swinging for no apparent reason, and a bathroom door closed on its own. This is on the Zillow website. I don't believe in ghosts, says Bornhoft, but I do think there are spirits among us.
As you're talking, by the way, these lights in this room are flickering.
Yeah. No, they're not.
We just
No, they're not. All right, so, listen. It talks about stigmatized properties. This woman is a real estate agent in Spokane, Washington, up in Washington State. But when you go deeper into this article on the Zillow website, there are little subsections where they pose a question and they give an answer. Do people seek out haunted houses to actually live in? Some people want their house to be haunted, says Noah Lee, founder of and lead investigator for Paranormal Investigators of Milwaukee.
Yeah, because they don't look at haunted as a bad thing. They look at it as just okay, there's some spirits in here, but they're not necessarily bad spirits.
Next, are there signs that a house might be haunted? Again, this is on the Zillow website. Some people in the real estate industry attest to having otherworldly encounters, while others scoff at the notion of ghosts. There is no such thing as haunted houses, says Andrew Allen, real estate investor and partner at Barker Hill Realty in Austin, Texas. The only thing more insane than believing in haunted houses is believing in haunted houses and wanting to live in one. For the believers, a simple checklist published by Western University in Ontario, Canada, offers signs any horror movie goer could tick off. creaky floorboards and slamming doors when no one else is in the home. Sudden drops in temperature unrelated to open windows or vents. Pets that bark or hiss at nothing. Strange noises unconnected to people or events in the house. Spotting movement out of the corner of your eye but seeing nothing when you turn. Now, that happens quite a bit in my house, but I think that's just a visual thing. We've been in our house for about 18 years. And there are many times where I'm working in my office, and I think it happened to me last night. I'm in the living room.
Yeah, they're called floaters.
Well, maybe. Michelle, she left because of the belching, and I'm on the couch, and I'm doing my prep in the living room, watching TV, doing some prep. And last night I had what was that? And I kind of looked to the side because it was almost like I saw something. But come on, that's a brain and visual thing. I don't believe there was any spirit that decided to, it wasn't like old lady Jones, whose house I knocked down,
Old lady Jones is back.
Yeah. So, but this is on the Zillow website. They're kind of adding to the hysteria. Why would Zillow have a whole article and section on their website about haunted houses? How to determine if a house is haunted? Then there's a whole section here. Paranormal Investigators of Milwaukee, which is staffed by a volunteer group of 6 science-minded investigators, has developed a protocol for investigating supernatural claims. The group investigates an average of 4 cases a month and uses a combination of historical sleuthing and a slew of equipment. Like Dan Aykroyd setting crap up? Yeah. Come to the light, Carolyn, come to the light. So during their investigations, their PIM investigators, which is Paranormal Investigators of Milwaukee, also leave out trigger objects, strategically chosen items that are otherworldly presence might be drawn to. A crucifix, a Bible, a deck of cards, holy water, there's a company in Milwaukee that's going to homes and leaving out a crucifix and holy water?
Yes. There's a customer base for it.
They say that most of the signs that a house is haunted can be explained by light and shadows. Yeah. Problems with the home's heating, electric, and plumbing systems, or foundation, or construction issues. Among the culprits identified during the group's investigations, falling paint chips, reflections from windows, faulty wiring, and plumbing and unsecured floor joists. We rule out normal explanations before we look for the paranormal. Ooh. Yes, Roxanne.
Okay, one of the texters says, I've lived in a haunted house for 10 years. They don't bother us. We loved the house. I was scared at first, but that changed quickly. It used to be a bordello, and Babe Ruth was said to be there at one time. And it was near the tracks, and the men from the Biltmore used to be trolleyed there for the women, telling the wives they were going to meetings.
Was that like St. Pete or something?
Clearwater. The Biltmore.
The old Biltmore, right?
Wasn't that in Clearwater?
I thought that was St. Pete. I thought the old... No, Clear. I think... Was it Clearwater?
Yeah,
didn't they finally knock that down?
They knocked it down,
yeah. Then here's another one. Look at the phones. The phones are already ringing. Should we go to the haunted house phones? Folks, do you live in a haunted house? Do you believe in haunted houses? Come on. If you want to weigh in, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Listen, the Zillow article continues. I think I bought a haunted house. Can I get rid of the ghosts? Come on, this is on the Zillow.com website. Hundreds of groups and societies, some fringe, some more mainstream, that have their own TV shows, offer services to homeowners in finding and removing ghosts. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters!
Is this a joke on Zillow? Are they having fun?
You tell me.
I think they're just trying to appease a certain segment of home buyers.
I think I bought a haunted house. What? If you first saw it on Zillow, can I get rid of the ghosts? Then there's a whole section on getting rid of ghosts in your house. I'll read a little bit of that. Their methods range from inhaling spirits and exhaling them out over a body of water to saging and reciting prayers or biblical passages. What the hell? All right. Anyway, there's a whole say. What is a seller required to disclose about suspected ghosts? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Zillow, in their haunted house section, what is a seller required to disclose about suspected ghosts? Real estate law varies by state and city, so ultimately, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to disclosing information about a home's reputation. If you ever publicly claim that a house is haunted, you're required to share the information with potential buyers.
Really?
Says Alan, the real estate investor. This is due to Stambovsky v. Ackley, a New York Supreme Court ruling commonly referred to as the Ghostbusters ruling. The ruling states that a homeowner who publicly advertises that their house is haunted by ghosts must disclose the information when selling it. Real estate agents in states like California, where the disclosure of deaths at a home must be disclosed, will sometimes include that information in a listing. Does a seller have to disclose phenomena like unexplained noises? It depends. Not every locale or state requires disclosure of events that might attach a stigma to the home. Folks, I'm not making this up. Zillow.com. Do haunted houses come with smaller price tags? So what happened to that house with the mysteriously closing door and swinging chandelier? So back to the beginning. Bornhoff says the house sat for several months without so much as a nibble from a buyer. She changed tactics after running into the home's previous owner and a house sitter who told her hair-raising stories about lights turning on by themselves, slamming doors, unexplained voices, a stream accumulating in a bathroom where no water was running. Bornhoff buried a statue of St. Jude in the yard, grabbed a Bible, and began reciting prayers as she went through the house. Bless this house and all the occupants who are in it, she said as she walked among the rooms. The next day, Bornhoff got a call from an agent whose clients eventually bought the home.
Okay.
What the? Look at the phones. Look at the haunted house phones here.
All right, your son is still on hold. He called back in on the haunted house. We have like every line.
What is Julian going to call in on every segment today?
Seriously, pal.
Hello, Julian?
Did he hang up?
Oh, he hung up.
Yeah, must have.
All right, there we go.
I guess so. Hold on. I'll call him back.
I've been doing a lot of reading about what happens when you die.
Yeah.
And what I read is the feeling people get is that they realize how enormous their spirit is. Like they say to themselves, how did this enormous spirit that I have fit into that earthly body? So my point being is, we don't know what's happening. I mean, there could be a lot of big spirits floating around, bouncing in it.
Yeah, Julian, I went to you and you weren't there. What's up?
So, you got the name wrong. It's the headless specter, not the headless scepter.
Yeah, a scepter is like a staff.
Oh, hold on.
A sword or whatever.
Yeah.
Scepter's like a wand kind
all
of.
right, so Julian's not calling to correct me. Oh, because see, there was a Scooby-Doo episode, and it was
Haunted House Hang Up. It's my favorite one.
That's right. So it's the headless specter. I'm sorry, not the headless scepter.
A scepter is like
right.
a wand,
like a wand or a stick or
something.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a Scooby-Doo episode from like 1973. Zoink, Scoob! Oh my God, it's the headless specter! All right, you happy now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right,
you,
goodbye.
Julian.
All right, look at the phones.
Every line.
And then we got to get to this movie trailer. Fester says, hey, my kids want to see this movie.
Dude, we saw it last night for the first time.
You saw the commercial?
Yes.
And then Fester plays this movie trailer for me during the last commercial break. And you can't take your kids to see that movie. It looks like it's a cute dog movie, but no. All right, hold on a minute. Let me go to phones on the haunted house deal. And, man, look at everything just blew up. Melissa's in Pinellas Park. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, how are you?
We are well. Welcome. What's up?
So we totally believe in spirits because we'll be just sitting here in the house and something will move, or you'll go to pick something up and it's gone and you find it in a completely weird space. My husband and I like to think that either his father or my mother, may they rest in peace, just come to say hello. And it's been for years.
All right, what's moving in your house? Give me an example.
Okay, I'm very big on like being OCD on my knickknacks being in a certain like order and way, and
what, like little figurines or something?
Yes.
All right.
And we'll come downstairs in the morning, and there's one of them turned around backwards.
Your husband is screwing with you, is what it is.
No, he's not, because I have cameras in my living room, and you look, and nobody has been there.
Let me ask you a question. Amongst all your figurines, do you have a whole wall in your living room with like Wizard of Oz, Franklin Mint plates?
Yeah.
No.
All right, just checking. All right. So, Melissa, who's in your home? You and your husband? Anybody else?
We had a dog. He's no longer with us, but we had a dog.
Is he haunting you now, too? Is he coming back to bark?
I hope so.
All right. Thank you, Melissa. Stacy is in Clearwater. Hey, Stacy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Hi, Stacy. You're going to tell me you live in a haunted house?
No, I used to.
Oh, where? Where was this?
And I didn't. Clearwater,
Okay.
right by the tracks. Maybe not even a mile from the Biltmore where it used to be.
Wow.
And I didn't believe it was haunted at first. And the neighbors would say they would see people. So when we went to rent the house and move in, I was over there, I was cleaning, and the front screen doors broke. So you had to physically pick it up, open it, and shut it for it to work.
Right.
So I'm cleaning, and the next thing I know, I hear the tracks, the lights go off on the tracks, and the door opens, and then the door shuts. And I was scared like crazy. I ran the heck out of there.
So you're saying did a train come by?
No, I don't think a train. I don't really know at the point right now. I just know I heard it.
Well, so you're telling me you heard like the bells for the crossing gates?
Mm-hmm.
And then then your door opens and closes all by itself.
All by itself.
Holy crap.
I got goose pimples. I was running out of the house, and I said, I'm not living here. Well, we'd already rented it.
I don't take this the wrong way. Have you ever done meth?
No, I have not ever done that.
I'm just listen.
I don't do any drugs.
I'm kidding.
I don't even think that's a funny subject.
I'm kidding around. I'm joking.
So, I know you are. I know you are. But seriously, so we moved in the house, and little things would happen. 3:00 every morning, in the middle of the night, I would get woke up because it would be like people were just walking through the house from one end to another, walking. And like, what the heck?
Yep.
So when we were moving in there, it's really weird. It used to be a bordello, we were told. They used to train, trolley the rich men from the Biltmore to the
Wait a minute.
This is the text.
Yeah, this is the text.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
You're the texter.
Yes.
So, and you texted Roxanne. So you heard that Babe Ruth was once getting some action in your bordello house?
Yes, that's what the realtor told us when we moved in. They said that was like the story. That was one of the stories.
Yeah, his bat was getting some attention inside the bordello house.
Yeah.
And his balls, for that matter.
Stacey, anything else?
And the funniest thing, yes, just really quick,
Yep.
the funniest thing to ever happen, we had to repaint the whole inside because the people were there before painted it orange, yellow, green, all kind of funky colors.
Yeah.
So we stripped the entire house outside, inside. My boyfriend's a painter, so he went in, he painted the whole entire inside. We come back the next day to check the house. There is a sign perched up on top of the one door, and it said, "Beware of pickpockets and loose women." And we're like, where the heck did this sign come from?
So that like an old like a sign from the bordello suddenly showed up in your house?
Yes. And
How long ago? What year was that?
Well, I've been in this house 7 years. We lived there 10 years, so 17 years ago.
All right, so 17 years ago, this sign appears in your house, and then in what year or years, when was the home of bordello? What decade?
Oh, that, I don't know that.
Well, at Babe Ruth, it would have been, what, 1920s, 1930s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, thank you, Stacy. That's kind of creepy. Let's grab Gabriel in Tampa. I'm just going to clear out these calls because we got a lot to do. Gabriel, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing today?
Doing well. What's the story?
Hey, the Stambowski ruling that was in New York, that happened somewhere in Westchester County, I believe, like in the Hudson area.
Yep.
And that was a true story where the homeowner, the original homeowner, actually sold their house, and the person who purchased it didn't know that the house was haunted, and that's where the lawsuit came about. And she ended up winning her money back for the house. And it was, and to this day, still standing.
Yeah, no, that's like New York State law. Well, listen, up on the Hudson, you said Croton on the Hudson. You got Tarrytown up there, and you got the whole headless. What's the old legend up there?
That's the old Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, the Headless Horseman. The whole Sleepy Hollow thing is, because I grew up in Rockland County in Nanuet, right across the Tappan Zee Bridge. Gabriel, thanks for the call. Manny is in Lakeland. Hey, Manny, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. I actually lived in not just a haunted house, but a demonic haunted house. Yeah.
Get out.
It was that bad. It was in Tampa, Forest Hills area.
Right.
And we sold it in '07. And we didn't disclose that the house was completely demonically haunted. and the people lived there that you could tell that they were a Catholic family. They bought the house. They were out within a year. And that house has changed hands like 12 or 13 times.
What's the worst thing then? What are you claiming the worst thing that happened that you witnessed in the house?
All right, so two things. One, my wife came in with our young son into the house and walked into the kitchen, and every one of the doors in the kitchen cabinets were open. Every single one of them. She left that, and then every night a black mist would come out of our closet and perch up in the corner of the room and just watch us.
Manny, we've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house.
I know, exactly. It was absolutely the worst 5 years of our lives.
Holy crap! Wow.
It was, and we luckily we sold it for a great profit and got the hell out of Tampa and moved to Lakeland.
Thank you, Manny. Wow, I don't know what to believe here. We got people that are like convincing sounding. All right, thank you, Manny. All right, two more calls. Skipper. What is it, Gilligan not available?
Okay, all right.
Hi, Skipper's at Apollo Beach. Hello, Skipper.
Hello.
Hey, little buddy. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Actually, the reason I was calling was to tell you that actually is Zillow and Haunted Mansion movie crossover promotion that you're talking about. You could even buy the Haunted Mansion, and the Magic Kingdom is listed on Zillow.
Oh, the new Disney movie, Haunted Mansion.
So Zillow's making a big deal about Haunted Mansions because of the Disney movie.
Because of the movie. I got you.
I see.
But, is that good for business? You're a real estate website, and you're tied into haunted houses?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
Why doesn't Zillow do like a big special on houses that had like mass murders in them? How about that? Big old Zillow promotion.
That'd be cool.
Work great.
Yeah, a big list of dismemberment houses. How about that? All right, Skipper, thanks for the call. All right, last call on this, so we got to move on. Kathy is in Newport Richie. Hey, Kathy, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hey, good morning, MJ.
Hey.
Yeah, I got a couple of things for you. When we were living in Seminole, we had a little girl in the house. And it was a spirit, and we didn't know it until my husband thought it was my daughter getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And when he went to check on the kids, they were sleeping. So by the time he got back to bed, I guess apparently the little girl had gotten mad, and next thing you knew, everything came flying out of the closet.
Wait a minute, you're telling me everything flew out of the closet on its own?
And it was still in boxes because we had just moved in.
Stuff flew out of boxes and then literally was airborne under its own power flying out of your closet.
Yep.
All right, were you guys doing drugs?
I wish. No, we were not.
I wish.
So then we moved to Pasco County. We moved and bought a house in Newport Richie. And then my husband's Indian, so of course he, was fooling around with Indian spirits and whatnot. He would swear that he saw the teepee and the Indians in the front yard. Well, and the little girl must have followed us because my youngest granddaughter, at the time when I took her in, we were sitting outside, and she turned around and she's like, "Grandma, there's monkeys in the tree." And I'm like, "Tell them to go away." And she's like, "Go away, monkeys." And she said it about 4 times. So I finally turned around and I said, "Yell at them. Monkeys, go away." So she did. And then I said, "Are they still there?" And she said, "No, they left."
Wow. Kathy, thanks for the call, man. Man, that's some strange calls we just had. Woo.
You think the calls are strange. The text messages are just,
really?
I can't even get to all of them, but there's someone's,
8:24 at the MJ Morning Show. Coming up at 9. Between 9 and 9:20, we'll give you the next MJ Morning Show $1,000 cash stash song. So we'll give you the song title and artist coming up in just a bit between 9 and 9:20. Listen for that song to play during the workday. When you hear it, be the 7th caller and win $1,000 with the MJ cash stash here on Q105. When I say hot load, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I think that was my my nickname in junior college.
When I say hot load, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I don't know. I've never heard of a hot load. I mean, what like mashed potatoes?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, what comes to my mind, I can't really say on air.
Roxanne.
What?
I'm talking about the dilemma, this predicament. Trash truck. All right, thank you, Roxanne.
I mean, you're probably not thinking the same thing I'm thinking. It's not that bad.
I'm talking about trash trucks.
So what are you thinking, Roxanne?
No.
No, it's not what you guys are thinking. It's disgusting.
Listen.
Is it?
A hot load is when a trash truck catches on fire. Now,
I've never seen a trash truck on fire.
You know what? I saw this earlier in the week. I've just had it in the pile, and I'm like, all right, we got to talk about the hot load story here. But apparently, it happens quite a bit when trash. You know what? I don't think I ever saw the trash truck dump the load. But there was a story earlier this week that the garbage collection department in the city of Tampa, which is the Tampa Solid Waste Department, they are saying that there is a marked increase in the number of garbage truck fires, and they call those hot loads. And you know what happens? When a garbage, what are you smirking at over
because
there? Every time I say hot load, all right? All right.
I'm picturing a clown car, and it pulls up, and all these really sexy clowns get up.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what you just said. All right, so this is a problem. And the city of Tampa, and I guess many other municipalities, they're having this issue because the load of garbage in the trash truck is catching on fire. And a lot of times it's because of chemicals that are thrown away or improperly disposed of batteries like lithium-ion cells. And sometimes if a battery it'll get compressed or whatever reason it decides to combust. We know that lithium-ion batteries can have this issue. We know about laptops catching on fire on airplanes. We know that Teslas seem to burn up once every couple of hours. Well, maybe not that frequently, but also we've got electric cars that have caught on fire. And the story that I saw earlier in the week that at a press conference, it was Mayor Jane Castor. You had Fire and Rescue Chief Barbara Tripp. You had Latrice Underwood, who is with Tampa Solid Waste. They had a press conference on Tuesday, and they were discussing why you got to be very careful about what you throw away. And you can't just flippantly throw chemicals and batteries like lithium-ion cells. You can't just throw them in your trash can because those items are starting to cause trash truck fires. And you know what happens? What happens, Roxanne, when you have a hot load?
Then it's flammable.
All right. They have to dump it.
Gotta get rid of it.
They got to dump their hot load.
You got to get that hot load out
in the middle of the street, and the next thing you know, you got a Tampa sanitation truck or whatever city. They're in the middle of a residential neighborhood, and the truck has got to dump all of their freaking trash in the middle of the street because the damn thing's on fire, and they don't want the whole truck to go up in flames. So they're trying to warn people about the hot load problem. Don't throw away flammable or caustic chemicals and lithium-ion batteries. So you've just gotten a hot load warning here on the MJ Morning Show. And they're saying, listen, dispose of things properly. You got to go to they have like the chemical drop-off places or the hazardous waste drop-off places. I think when I go to Costco off of like Anderson Road, don't I see... Isn't it like a Hillsborough?
On Linebaugh, there's a dump.
Linebaugh.
There's one in Sefner. There's a couple of them around the county, and there's a couple of them in every county.
All right, Roxanne, let's talk more about hot loads. Yes, Roxanne.
Someone said that just happened in a truck at my company, and he had to dump out the load on an interstate so the truck didn't burn. It was batteries.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did he say where it was?
No, I'll ask him.
Just locally? Wow. All right, Fester, you can't take your kids to see this movie.
So, dude, I got totally screwed up last night. Last night was a very important night.
You got all sideways with your kids?
Well, here it is. Last night was a big night.
Mm-hmm.
We had the night circled on our calendar because it was the season premiere of Big Brother 25.
Oh, God. Was that last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it. What a shame.
I got to say, for all the Big Brother fans out there, I wasn't overly impressed with this year's cast.
Oh, so you and Froggy are these Big Brother fans, and now, you're saying that you see a flawed season.
Well, CBS has this initiative, which I fully support, an initiative for diversity, but they pick the most eccentric people from each group, and it's just like a hodgepodge of odd people. Does that make sense? You know, I mean, I'm all for having different people of different backgrounds and parts of the country and races, but they pick the most eccentric people from each group, and it's like, ugh, okay.
So, first of all, you're watching Big Brother with your kids? Are they, your daughter's what, 11?
Yeah, she's 11.
And your son is?
He's 6, but he wasn't paying attention. He was playing with like El Toro Loco, his monster truck. So he's playing with the truck. Hadley's like half listening to...
and then a commercial comes on.
And instantly everybody's attention goes
to
the TV.
Their heads snap to the TV because of this commercial. And it is a commercial. It's a movie trailer commercial for a movie that's like all dogs, and it's called Strays.
And the commercial started, and I can't find the commercial, but the commercial started with Will Ferrell talking to the camera. He's like, "Hi, I'm Will Ferrell. I star in the new movie Strays. It's about talking animals." And then he looks around and goes, "And it's not for kids." So then the kids just like look right up. And apparently this is about foul-mouthed dogs.
Yeah, Fester plays. This is the last break a while ago because we're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Folks, if you don't know it, every morning about 7:23, 7:24, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ content. See, when's the last time you heard a commercial or a song? Yeah, we're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes. We do it every day here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Spread the word. In fact, listen, folks, I've asked you to just do me a favor. I'm asking you, the MJ listener, do me a personal favor, and it's the MJ 3 a day. Tell 3 people a day, if you can, about the MJ Morning Show. Coworkers, friends, wherever. Maybe you're a cashier at a supermarket. Hey, tell all the customers that come through, hey, do you listen to the MJ Morning Show on Q105? That's 104.7 FM. Listen, all kidding aside, do us a favor. Try to tell 3 people that don't listen to the MJ Morning Show to listen. Give us a shot, because once they listen, they get hooked to the show. So MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Tell 3 people today or in the next couple of days, and I would highly appreciate it. So Fester, during the last commercial break, he brings up the trailer on YouTube for this Strays movie, only in theaters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you can't take your kids to this. In the first couple of seconds, the dogs are yelling the F-bomb. The talking dogs sound like, drunken sailors. They're like,
If you look at the movie with no audio, it looks like it's like Benji goes to the city.
It's like the foulest mouth Benji of all time.
And then the kids are like, we want to see that.
You can't see this movie.
I'm like, it's not a kid's movie.
No, Will Ferrell even said it's not a kid's movie.
And my son looks up and goes, looks like a kid's movie.
All right, listen, here's the audio. It took Andrew like 10 minutes to bleep this, our producer. I was going to play it just right on the air, and then during the commercial, I'm like, Fester, I can't play this. So here it is. This is censored, part of the trailer.
Today is going to be the best day ever. I love sunshine, I love butterflies, but more than anything, I love Doug.
Hey! Shut the up!
That's Doug, the best owner in the world. We're playing this game called Fetch and Fetch. He drops me off
a game called Fetch and Bleep? What?
Really far away and drives home without me. When I bring the ball back, he says, that's how I know I won the game.
What, so it's from the people that brought us Ted and 21 Jump Street? And
yeah.
Is that MacFarlane guy involved in this?
I bet you're right.
Seth MacFarlane, right?
Right. Ted was Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, you ever been with an Afghan before?
I don't think so, but thank you.
Take it from me, kid. He left your ass.
No, that can't be right.
You are officially astray.
That would mean Doug doesn't love me.
Poor little guy.
I should probably talk to him. I am a therapy dog.
Reg, you can learn how beautiful it can be when you're off the leash.
This beer is making me dizzy.
It's about to get real dizzy.
So now the dogs are drinking dripping beer from trash cans behind a bar?
They're getting drunk.
I'm
having a great time.
Right here. What you want? Huh, homie? You little bitch-ass friend with the mother home permit.
What?
These are
the
dogs.
Those are talking dogs with the mother bleeping this and the mother.
Oh my God!
You can't take your. Did you tell your kids
No.
you can't see this movie?
Well, this is the first commercial they saw for it. They're going to see 100 more commercials for this, and all they're going to want to do is see Strays, and it's the last thing I ever want them to see, at least until they're 14.
Hey, Bed Bath and Back from the Dead. Did you see this? Bed Bath and Beyond is back.
How are they opening up their stores? They have all that square footage, right?
Online, dude.
Online.
Yeah. So some company bought all the assets and the name, and no stores. Bed Bath and Back from the Dead. That's the new website. Bed Bath and Back from the Dead. No, but
we've got a good theme going today, right? From our ghost houses to
you know
our
who bought them?
Who?
Overstock.com.
No, I think they this company bought also the assets of Overstock.com, I believe. Yeah.
So what?
So I think Overstock also went is what I've here's the story. Bed Bath and Beyond is back from the dead. But here's the deal also. Your gift cards, if you had any coupon, no good. So remember, who got Wambuku?
My wife went. Yeah. After the coupon expired.
Yeah, and after we talked about it, we did a countdown warning on the air. Folks, you gotta go. If you have a gift card, if you have any kind of a store credit with Bed Bath & Beyond, we even mentioned it on the air a bunch of times, and then your wife shows up after it was like the last days of liquidation.
And then the lady's like, we don't take that here. And my wife's like, stuff it. Keep your blender.
As part of the rebranding of Overstock to Bed Bath & Beyond, the company will offer 20% off, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm trying to see, but I thought the website relaunch happened a while ago in Canada, but Overstock held off on making the change in the U.S. while the going out of business sales were happening. So Overstock has embraced, so I guess Overstock embraced its recent purchase of the Bed Bath & Beyond. So they bought the assets out of bankruptcy. But if I'm not mistaken, Overstock has also changed hands, if I'm not mistaken.
So anyway, Overstock you go to overstock.com, it takes you straight to Bed Bath & Beyond's old website.
Whatever happened to that really attractive lady in the Overstock? Remember she was wearing white all the time?
They sold out.
Whatever happened to the attractive lady in the Overstock commercial?
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to have to Google her.
You don't remember that? There was the commercials that ran for Overstock all the time, and she was very attractive. But anyway, hey, thought you'd like to know, folks, Bed Bath & Beyond is back. It's online only. No more big old stores. Oh, speaking of movies, Fester.
Yeah.
I didn't notice any issues because I went to the movie theater for the first time in years when we went to see Oppenheimer opening weekend, and we had no issues in our theater. I thought everyone, for the most part, was very well behaved. But there was a Wall Street Journal story that I saw yesterday, and it's all about that behavior in theaters has gone off the rails.
Because of phones.
Well, it's a little bit of everything. You know, it used to be that the theater was a no-phone zone, and now it's morphed into people are using their phones, they're playing crap, they're watching their own screens while the movie's on the screen. So the Wall Street Journal headline, movie theater behavior has gone off the reels.
Yeah.
So instead of off the rails.
That's clever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, now, MJ, listen, I sat and I watched the Barbie movie. And I went on opening weekend, and I was there with the unwashed masses, stuck in the row.
Were you playing Brick Breaker?
No, I wasn't. But the people 6 seats down from me were recording the movie on their phone. And I found out late after the movie, I'm talking to him. I was like, oh, good thing you recorded it. Ha ha. We chuck. they're going to make social media videos about it. Quick little 10-second reels or something.
We talked about the woman, not a guy. We talked about the woman during the Barbie movie. Was that earlier this week? I think it was earlier this week. There was a woman in a movie theater showing Barbie, and a guy sitting behind her was in disbelief. The woman had a fart sound effect app on her phone, and she was just playing fart noises during Barbie. Like amusing herself.
What's wrong with people?
Like Margot Robbie's talking, and then she's making her phone go, what the hell?
Who would do that?
Anyway, folks, just a heads up. I don't go to a lot of movies in the theater. I watch a ton of movies, but I don't go to the theater. I mean, Oppenheimer was the first time. Oh, great.
Okay, Fester would do that.
Yeah,
Fester
that's enough, Fester. We already had enough sounds.
Yeah, with the burping earlier.
Yeah, we had enough earlier, I think.
I downloaded the app after we did that stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, the lady had an app on her phone where you just push little buttons and it plays, fart noises. So anyway, there's a whole a whole story about how just behavior's out of control. That people are Fester, stop it.
Sorry.
Come on.
I'm trying to shut it off.
Well, then leave the room. Come. What'd you say?
I'm trying to shut the phone off.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I shut your mic off. It sounded like something else.
No.
My God. Hey, listen to this. Fox 13 had a story that I've been talking about for years on this program.
Trader Joe's.
No,
How did that land lease get approved?
Not Trader Joe's South Tampa parking. But a big problem in South Tampa and a big problem around the Tampa Bay area, the whole golf cart issue.
Oh, you have been talking about that
for years.
Hey, you know what? It's beyond South Tampa. It's Dunedin.
Well,
it's
that's why I said all over the Tampa Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
I said I see it in South Tampa, but it's a problem all over the Tampa Bay area. And Fox 13 had a story yesterday, golf cart related injuries in young children on the rise. Well, duh. I see parents are letting 7 and 8-year-old kids drive the golf carts around my neighborhood unsupervised. Who thinks it's a good idea to put a little kid behind the wheel of a golf cart and let him drive around the neighborhood? I mean, it's insanity. And then I'll tell you what else is insane. I see parents driving the golf cart, little kids hanging off like the back seat. You know, you've got the seat kind of like a rumble seat in the back or something.
Yeah.
And you'll see like little kids like 4, 5, 6 years old. I'm seeing them crossing like Lois, crossing like Henderson, crossing like West Shore where people are doing 65 and a 30. And they're like driving across. Are you nuts? If you get, I'll see golf carts waiting at a traffic light. Trying to cross I've seen a golf cart sitting at Swan and Dale Mabry with kids on it, and they're driving across. Are you out of your freaking mind? So the story that I saw on Fox 13, emergency medicine physicians at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital say they've seen an increase in golf cart-related injuries, that's St. Pete, among young children. Usually it's tipping over where there's a sharp turn or hitting a curb. Usually it's that kind of injury, and the golf cart tips over, and the child either hits the ground or gets crushed by the roof most of the time, said Dr. Wassam Rahman. According to the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, golf carts are vehicles not capable of exceeding speeds of 20 miles an hour, and that's not true. There are some of those souped up like Yamaha golf carts. Those things can do 50 miles an hour. But
I don't get it.
No.
Let me ask you a question. You would not put your kid in a car without putting the kid in a car seat or strapping the kid up in a seatbelt. And you are far more protected in a motor vehicle these days with all the safety features, but people will put their kids on a golf cart that is essentially a piece of plastic with wheels.
Yeah.
It's like a Ritz cracker on wheels. If you get hit by a real vehicle,
seriously,
that thing is going to bust up. What are you laughing at?
I just have a visual. Last night, Daviana was packing her lunch for school, even though it doesn't start for a couple weeks, and she was putting all these Ritz crackers, and they were crumbling all over my floor.
So my analogy of a Ritz cracker on wheels was perfectly timed. But Fox 13 had a whole story on golf cart injuries. I'm telling you, we're going to hear about tragedies. It's going to be some kids driving a golf cart, and I've seen kids like 12, 11 years old, all their friends packed on, and they're driving across busy roads in a golf cart. This is a nightmare accident waiting to happen. Been talking about this for years, and here's Fox 13 finally with a story on this thing last night. As it stands now, Florida law allows 14-year-olds to drive golf carts on designated public roadways. What? Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Starting October 1, House Bill 949 will require 15-year-olds to have a learner's permit, 16-year-olds to have a driver license, and 18-year-olds to have a government-issued ID to drive golf carts on public roads. There should be no allowing of golf carts on a public road where you've got cars that are driving 25, 35. Even if you're hit by a car or truck going 25 miles an hour in a golf cart, man, that's bad news and potentially lights out.
I just pulled up the video on YouTube of when we smashed a car into a golf cart back like probably 2009.
Oh, so this has been a hot button for you for a while, MJ.
Yeah, this is on YouTube. I've been talking about this for years. I'm on the cutting edge of golf cart anger. All right. All right.
I've been pissed off about this for quite a while.
Yeah. And we did a whole experiment. We had a golf cart in our parking lot at the old station 15 years ago is when this video is. Fester brought it up on YouTube.
I'll post it on our Facebook page for everybody.
Golf cart versus car crash accident, MJ PSA from 15 years ago, and the video's on YouTube.
You guys won't appreciate this as much, but golfers will. They'll be offended by this. When I was like 8 years old, my dad was golfing. We were at a fancy golf, some fancy golf course, and I'm sitting in the golf cart, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to help my dad. So he's on the green, and I pull right up to the hole, right next to the flag. I'm like,
you tore up the green?
Door service, Dad. He was so mad at me because that is a big no, obviously.
Folks, if you suck in your belly to make yourself look thinner, I've got a big what?
I saw this story.
Yeah, I got a big warning for you. Yeah, if you're a belly sucker inner, you got to hear this. Oh, and if you resort to doing this, you're pathetic. Something completely. I'm not talking about sucking in your belly, but if you resort to doing blank, something completely different, you are pathetic, and it's done all the time. What is it? I'll tell you next, man. I'm looking at the stuff. We got a lot of stuff to get into. 8:47 at the MJ Morning Show. We got a loaded chunk of the program next. Don't move. Also, we'll give you the $1,000 MJ Cash Stash Song of the Day in the next segment between 9 and 9:20. How'd you like to win $1,000 today from the MJ Morning Show in Q105? First step is to hear what song, and we'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Q105, that's Madonna, who says she's lucky to be alive. Madonna almost bought the farm, man. Madonna, her own admission, she almost checked out. She almost cashed it in with that sepsis deal that she had. I mean, they had to jam her with Narcan, which you think is just to, help people that are overdosing on opioids. But no, for sepsis and shock from sepsis, they will use Narcan as well. And Madonna apparently got all jammed up with Narcan to save her life. At MJ Morning Show at Q105, it is 9 o'clock. So at any point between now and 9:20, I'm going to reveal the next MJ Morning Show cash stash song for $1,000. Your shot to win $1,000 later today, and you can be the latest winner. Congrats, by the way, this week's winners. So we've had this is the third week. We've already given away $18,000. 18 winners as of yesterday. Today will be 19, and then tomorrow, Friday, is going to be $20,000 as of tomorrow.
So this is the fourth week of the contest.
Yeah.
Yesterday was our third winner of the week.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yeah, so we're already up to $18,000. So Monday, we gave $1,000 to Leah in St. Pete. Tuesday, Holly in Clearwater. And then on Wednesday, Mary Lee in Lutz won $1,000. You could be the next grand winner with the MJ Cash Stash. In just a few minutes, between now and 9:20, I'm going to give you the new song to listen for when it plays later today. Just be the seventh caller, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000. MJ Cash Stash right here on Q105. I mentioned a few moments ago about the freestyle explosion deal.
Yeah. Weren't we all going to do like a get-together, all of us, part of the show to go together?
I'm going to be in Manhattan this weekend, so I'm probably not going to make
Okay.
it. But the freestyle explosion! Stevie B, Taylor Dane, TKA, K7, Debbie Deb, Shannon, Johnny O, Cynthia, 69 Boys, Rob Bass, freestyle explosion!
It sounds like a great show.
Well,
It does.
listen,
It for real does.
something has happened with this show that has not happened. I'm spitting all over myself. Suffering succotash. Somebody have a cloth? So something has happened with this freestyle explosion, which happens this Saturday night at Emily Arena. Freestyle explosion. All right, so something has happened with this show that has not happened, I don't think, ever since I've been back. I've had more people, more friends of mine, acquaintances, some guy that fixed a roof tile on my house 26 years ago. Hey,
they come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, do you have any extra tickets? No, a ton of people have asked me for extra ticket. Hey, MJ, any chance? Hey, pal. Hey, buddy. I mean, folks I haven't heard from in 2 years are texting. They're texting me. Hey, man, any chance you have some extra tickets for that freestyle explosion? I mean, a lot of people want to go to this, and the barometer is like half of the people that have come across in the last 25 years are asking me for tickets.
Right. This is a big concert. Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. All right. No Froggy today. Listen, I'm questioning the guy's work ethic. I really am. I mean, listen.
He's entitled to a day off.
Well, he's getting a day off tomorrow. All right. So you know what? He decided to make a 4-day weekend out of this deal. There's no reason why Froggy couldn't have gone to the wrestling event at the Sundome at USF or Yingling Arena, whatever they call it. There's no reason why he couldn't have taken his kids to the wrestling event last night and get here for the morning show. I've done plenty of late night things, and I'm here the next day.
I'm a big fan of not working the day after a late thing.
Let me ask you, well, I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of coming to work and doing my job and entertaining the audience. That's what I'm a fan of. So if it were the Froggy morning show, let's say it wasn't the MJ morning show, let's say it was the Froggy morning show, and Froggy took his kids to the wrestling event last night at USF, do you think that he would have showed up today, or would it have been a non-work day for Froggy if he were the leader of the show and it were the Froggy morning show?
That's a tough question.
I think if he were the leader of the show, there would be a lot of best ofs for this show.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, between all his health issues and I don't know, work ethic, whatever.
Listen, he's taking a day off. The guy will be back Monday.
Yeah, there'd be a best of in the hopper.
Man, we got a lot of stuff to do here. We got, and I gotta end the show maybe a couple of minutes early because I gotta go catch a flight.
Okay.
I'm on a flight to New York.
Boy, what a work ethic you have, boy. Can't even do a whole show.
I'm gonna end like 2. What are you doing? A Shorty Shane over there? All right, so I have to be very, very economical on time here, and I got a lot of stuff to cram in. I mentioned sucking in your belly. Careful on that. Also, folks are doing this. Now, I was first aware of something from years ago, but I guess it's getting more popular again, and it's pathetic. All right, first, though, the sucking in on the stomach deal. So if you're a stomach sucker-inner to make yourself look skinnier, now, according to study finds, it's bad for your health.
How?
Why sucking in your belly to look more fit is bad for your health. About your abdominal muscles, the hardest working muscles in the body, are involved in nearly every move we make, keeping the body stable, balanced, protecting our spine, ensuring our internal organs stay where they're supposed to be. But certain health conditions and even unnecessarily tensing the muscles during your daily life can cause the abdominal muscles to become imbalanced. Over time, this can lead to a condition called hourglass syndrome, a detrimental change in the structure of the abdominal wall, which may cause a visible crease to form in the mid-abdomen. Not only that, but this change can also have a knock-on effect on the internal organs and other parts of the body if this is left untreated.
Okay, you know what I find this to be? Alarmist. I've been sucking it in for many, many years now.
That's what I've heard.
Sucking it in for photos, for standing, whatever. I'm sucking it in right now. I swear I am.
Why?
And
but you don't,
I think it's called engaging your core muscles.
You don't need to suck it in. You're thin enough.
I mean, you kind of started the story with who sucks it in for pictures, but yeah, okay, fine. I suck it in for pictures, but I don't suck it in the rest of the day.
I make a habit out of just sucking out loud. That's what it's what I do.
I actually push it out during pictures. I want to look chubbier.
Fester goes the opposite direction. I want to look even larger in the photos. I'm going to push it out. I'm going to distend my stomach like I'm in a Sally Struthers commercial or something.
Hold on.
That's a flies.
That's not good for you either, I'm sure.
No, it's not. And it's very sad. But seriously. What?
Nice little PSA. And it's very sad. We don't want to get all the Sally Struthers starving kids activists
seriously.
calling us.
Oh, I was picturing you were saying that it was very, I laughed at that because I thought you said it's very sad that Fester does that.
I think you're talking about
I'm talking about the starving kids with flies buzzing around their heads.
Very sad.
In Somalia or something.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's terrible stuff. It's awful. Anyways, so don't suck in your stomach. Apparently, it can be bad for you. All right, what is pathetic? When we talked about this in the past, I know we've talked about this over the years, and this is so pathetic. But I saw a whole new round of stories about these so-called social media influencers that are trying so hard that they actually will book time to sit on a private jet on the ground to take photos to make it seem like they're flying private, when in fact the plane is not going anywhere. There are companies that allow you to go onto a parked private jet, take a photo, and then get the hell off of here. There are also companies that have private jet sets, like in a garage or a warehouse. They built like a set of an interior of a private jet.
Oh, my God.
So you could take a picture. So, oh, look at me. I'm the influencer. I'm so important. I'm flying a private jet. How pathetic is that?
You know what? Snoop Dogg put up a really good IG post the other day. And he said, being famous on Instagram is a bit like being rich at Monopoly.
I saw that. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, I did see that. No, I pulled even some audio. There was a story that I saw earlier this week, and we pulled some audio about fake private jets for influencers. So you've got some companies that have an actual set where it's like a movie set. And then other companies will allow you to just get on their private jet, charge you a couple of $100, get a picture, and then get off. That is sad, man.
My name is Wally Hughes, and I rent out a fake private jet for influencers to take pictures in.
The hell?
Yo, what's up, IG Live fam? We're having our business meetings 30,000 feet up today.
Do you want your...
No, you're not. You're sitting in a freaking garage in a fake set. I mean, how sad is this? I mean, that is pathetic. That's an individual who's shooting a video, and they're like, hey, Instagram fans, I'm in a private jet right now. I'm 30,000 feet up. No, you're not. You're in a fake set pretending to be in a private jet because you're pathetic. You're a sad case.
We're having our business meetings 30,000 feet up today.
Do you want your followers to think that you're successful?
When you hustle, this is what you
or
get.
do you want them to think that you're with the peasants in economy?
I'm on the phone with my bit.
When you hustle, this is what you get. What? You get to sit in a fake private jet on a set?
You get to rent this jet for 20 minutes.
Or there's some companies, and this is not just in the United States. The company, I think there's a Russian company that does this. There are some other ones in Europe where you can actually get on the jet, a real jet, just get some pictures, and then get your butt out of here. You're not flying in this thing.
Point advisor here, but I'm also in a Zoom meeting for my advisory business for kids that want to learn how to trade baseball cards. Thanks to Wally and the entire team, my followers will never know that I actually get a direct deposit from my father the first of every month.
It's a lot of work to build an audience.
This is going to be my home for the next 12 hours. Cockpit selfie.
So I wanted my followers.
Oh, God. This will be my home for the next 12 hours.
What do we all say? TMI. Too many details means you're lying.
TMI is too much information.
Yeah, too much information means you're lying.
TMD is too many details.
Okay, well,
or the molding depot.
Information and details are kind of the same thing. The point is, the first guy was like, I'm 30,000 feet in the air. And then the second girl was like, I'm going to be on this plane for 12 hours, I swear. Like too much information.
I mean, how sad is your life where you got to fake that? The whole influencer thing just drives me batty. All these folks that think that they're like a big pile of, steaming because, oh, yeah, I'm an influencer and this and that.
To think that I only fly private. Thanks to Wally and the team, Spirit Airlines is a thing of the past.
Paris, here we come.
Do your followers respect?
Oh, so here, Paris, here we come. And they're in a flippin' warehouse in a fake set. You're not going anywhere. Paris, here we come. No. Parking lot, here we come when you get the hell out of here and go back to your car.
We're going back to our car in the
Are
parking
your
lot.
followers just going through the motions, right? These are all things that, you have to ask when trying to build, right, an audience as a micro-influencer within the space. At Cloud Chasers, you control what people think of you.
So I think that's the name of his company, Cloud Chasers. That is as sad as it gets.
Says, listen, good for him for having a business model to make some money off these influencers.
Make money off these idiots. Oh, Andrew, did you get the 7-Eleven beatdown video? Is that did you see this yet? Or did you just...
I've watched it.
This is crazy.
I've watched it like 20 times. It is so good.
There are two 7-Eleven workers, and one of the guys has like a Sikh turban on. So I don't know if they maybe they own the 7-Eleven. Maybe they have the 7-Eleven franchise. But there are two 7-Eleven workers that are beating the crap out of a shoplifter at a 7-Eleven. It is unbelievable. This is out in California.
In Stockton, California.
In lovely Stockton, California. That place is a dump. All right. So video is unbelievable. This attempted armed robbery of one employee, and then you have the bad guy. Roll the video here.
All right.
Roll the video. Then you have the bad guy, the perp, has rolled in like a janitor. There's a janitor. You know those Rubbermaid gray janitor pails that are on wheels?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you'll see the janitors or the cleaning crews in buildings, and they'll have the gray Rubbermaid trash can on wheels, and you've got a guy that rolled into 7-Eleven, and
oh my God,
it is insane. and he's like trying to steal stuff off the shelves. He's taking his arm and he's clearing crap off the shelves at 7-Eleven into the Rubbermaid trash can, filling it up to then roll it out and steal all this merch out of 7-Eleven. And one of the 7-Eleven employees grabs it, tackles him, takes him to the ground. And then another guy, that's the guy with the Sikh turban on his head, and he's got a broomstick and is just wailing on this guy, just going to town. Just boom, boom, boom. It is unbelievable. You got to see this video. Andrew, our producer, has it posted up at mjmorningshow.com. Videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. So go to, can I bring the audio up?
Hold on, let me close a couple windows.
Yeah,
here.
how many things do you have open?
Like 16.
All right, so bring the audio, hit the audio there. So I don't know.
Let me get a swisher though.
All right, so I don't know if they're cursing or what the story is, but the guy is about to get beaten.
It's raw audio of him just going behind the counter.
Hey, I got to get my finger on the dump button here.
So this
Andrew, is there cursing in this? Did you watch it? So here's the guy. What is he stealing off the shelf?
All the cigarettes. All he's taking is cigarettes. He's behind the counter. He's behind the cash wrap. You can see he's behind the plexiglass.
He rolled behind and he's stealing all their cigarettes.
Right. And he thinks he's just going to walk out.
Just taking his arm and clearing all the cigarettes off the shelf into the trash can. And then here comes another employee with a broomstick. One guy takes him to the ground, and then the other guy grabs a broomstick and starts bashing the guy. And the guy just starts screaming. I mean, for like 2 minutes, we're still watching the video of him.
He's still filling the garbage can with cigarettes.
And then he's rolling it, appears to be like rolling it out of the store. And then here, a guy confronts him. All right, listen to this. Look, you hear that? They're beating the guy with a broomstick.
Oh, man.
I mean, just...
Okay, brother. Okay.
This guy is messed up.
It is unbelievable.
Wow.
I mean, good for these 7-Eleven guys. Holy crap.
I mean, you see video of these stores that are getting robbed and teams of people running out with
stuff.
Tell
you what, they hit this guy much more than 7 or 11 times. It's
7 plus 11. They might have hit him 18 times.
No, more than that. All right, the video is on our website at mjmorningshow.com. Go to videos mentioned, mjmorningshow.com. Look at the top. You'll see videos mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and the link to the video is there. It is out of control. It is outrageous. 9:17 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's give you the Cash Stash song right now. How'd you like to win $1,000 later today? The song you're listening for today is Time After Time. Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. That is a great song. That is a super song. That is probably one of my favorite songs. If I were to pick 80s pop, that's Time After Time is still an amazing time. Now that is guaranteed to play before the end of your workday. Guaranteed to play before 6 o'clock tonight. Could happen at any time. When you hear Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time, be the 7th caller, 800-990-1047, and win $1,000 with the MJ Cash Stash here on Q105. So hopefully you will be the next $1,000 winner later today here on Q105. Simple as that. There is another video that we got to talk about, and that is the Boston police officer going down this ridiculously long metal kid slide and wipes out. Have you seen this?
Dude, I didn't know what to think about it. All I heard was the boom, 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 boom.
And then he flies out, hits the ground, and he's he's in uniform. It's a Boston police officer. And did he have his utility belt, his gun on him and everything?
The officers can't take that off while they're in uniform, so yeah.
I don't think he handed it. Hey, can you hold this?
Hold this
gun while I take a...
So don't touch my taser.
This Boston police officer rolls down this kid's playground. Hey, Andrew, you put this up on our videos as well, didn't you? Yeah, we put this up yesterday. I just didn't get around to it. But the video starts with this metallic banging. It is a long, ridiculous metal kid slide in Boston. And it's at City Hall Plaza. I had no idea there was like a kid's playground and a massive, tall, long kids' metal slide. And it's enclosed. A good portion of it's enclosed.
It's like a tube.
It's only like the last, probably 20 feet that it's not enclosed. And the cop, you hear it all clanking, ding, 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 ding. And then he flies out and hits the ground. It is insane. Hey, Andrew, did we pull the audio on that? Yeah, here it is. Here, listen to the audio. And then the cop says, "Oh, bleep."
Why was it so?
And then you heard him just, hey, oh, Andrew.
I thought I heard a dump word in there.
Andrew, you didn't bleep that?
I don't know.
No, it goes OF at the end. I just had to dump that.
I got right past the goalie on that one.
Yeah, it goes OF at the end.
Okay, listen, I've been to a lot of playgrounds, and occasionally with the kids, I've gone down the slide. I've never messed it up like that. How do you mess up going down a slide?
Well, you know what it is? It's a tall, long slide, and a kid weight. I think I read that the slide's only for like 5 to 11-year-olds.
Yeah, all playgrounds are 5 to 11-year-olds. That's just like the playground rule.
Yeah, the playgrounds are like 5 to 11, and the cop decides to go down the slide.
This slide beat the hell out of him.
It did. Then at the end he goes OF, which we didn't bleep, and I just played and I had to dump.
If you would have told me the still photo of him coming down the end of the slide, if you would have said the guy's...
I see his gun. I see his
Yeah.
He's got a Glock or a Sig Sauer on the right side in a holster.
That's the part that's knocking around. That's probably what threw him off.
He's lucky that thing didn't accidentally discharge. You know?
What a great ad for the gun company on how safe it is as far as not going off.
That's a good point.
Yeah, right?
Unless it's a P320. Anyway, so here's the deal. Both videos, so the 7-Eleven bash down and then the cop going down the slide in Boston. 2 great videos up on our website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. All right, further proof about how lazy people are. I've been talking about this for years. I don't do it. People do it. How lazy people are. I'm going to explain next. Oh, and Roxanne, you want to be creeped out?
Yes.
The Lake Tahoe foot fondler. Do you know about this?
No, but it's...
Oh, just wait
you
to
said
hear.
enough.
Wait to hear about the Lake Tahoe foot fondler.
The fondler?
Fondler.
Oh, fondler.
Fondler.
Okay.
Fondler. Man, listen, it might be right outside of the Corleone's house in Lake Tahoe and Godfather 2. Who the heck knows? All right, so, and then I've got something that I know Roxanne says on a daily basis.
Anyways?
Yep. No, not that. All right, hold on. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday is next. guys ready to go? All right, it is the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday, 9:30. I like this. It's just a rejoiner here. This is Slade, Run, Run Away. Hey, Rick, does that test? I love that song. Slade, Run, Run Away. That's a great...
Yeah.
And listen, we've told you the story that Come On, Feel the Noise, Quiet Riot, the original artists were Slade for Come On, Feel the Noise, Girls Rockin'. That's Slade did the original version of that. They wrote it and they did the original song. All right, 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. Fester, you have that email I sent you?
I do.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of funny because Don, the IT guy, DonTheITGuy.com, he turned us all on to the Microsoft Surfaces. He helped us procure a bunch of the Microsoft Surfaces that we gave away. He secured the 40 Microsoft Surface Pros from his wholesale Microsoft distributor that we did the contest with Two College Brothers. Remember back in May, we gave away 40 Microsoft Surface tablets. And it was sponsored by Two College Brothers, but it was Don, the IT guy, that got those. So Don just sent the link to Roxanne, and I saw this a couple of days ago, actually. And I sent Fester the link. So, Fester, I'll bring up the audio here.
Let me close it and open it again so it starts from the beginning.
Yeah, I got to start from the beginning, but hold on, don't do it yet. But you also have to... I don't know if it's going to be muted, so you got to be quick on the unmuting.
Oh, I'm quick.
So there's a viral video going around. I think it's American Airlines. And there's an American Airlines pilot that gets on the PA system, and he starts giving the passengers the rules of the road, or of the skies, on his airplane. And it's a kind of a humorous... This must be written down. I can't believe this guy is like saying this off the top of his head. So I'm sure he's like written this little script out. And I'm wondering if he does this on every single flight, or was this just a one-off? So listen to this. The pilot is making an announcement on what he expects from people on his plane. I'm going to be flying in just a short amount of time. I'm headed to the airport. I'm flying up to New York because Chloe's doing an NYU course this summer. So we're going up to New York.
JetBlue?
Nope, Delta. Going to fly Delta. And I don't know if my Delta pilot's going to do something similar this morning, but
I hope not.
Here, roll the video. Here we go. And crank it up. Hit it and unmute. Go.
Remember, the flight attendants are primarily here for your safety. After that, they're here to make the flight more enjoyable. They're going to take care of you guys, but you will listen to what they have to say because they represent my will in the cockpit or in the cabin, and my will is what matters. Be nice to each other. Be respectful of each other. I shouldn't have to say that. People should treat people the way you want to be treated, but I have to say it every single flight because people don't. They're selfish and rude, and we won't have it. Okay? Stow your stuff. Get it out everybody else's way. Put your junk where it belongs. Everybody paid for a space. Don't lean on other people. Don't fall asleep on other people. Don't pass out on other people or drool on them unless you've talked about it. And they have a weather-resistant jacket. All right, a little bit of fatherhood here. The other thing. The social experiment on listening to videos on speaker mode and talking on a cell phone on speaker mode, that is over.
That is over. Listening to audio, that is over.
Nobody wants to hear your video.
Nobody wants to hear your video.
It probably is. But it's your business, right? So keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
Use your AirPods.
Use your AirPods, use your headphones.
That's your business, okay? It's just part of being in a respectful society. Middle seaters, I know it stinks to be in the middle. Raise your hand. Raise them up.
Middle seaters, raise your hand.
Like 5 people.
He says 5 people. The whole plane's filled.
Listen, fine. You own both armrests. That is my gift to you.
He says you own both armrests if you're in the middle. My gift to you.
They're primarily here for your safety. After that, they're here to make the flight more enjoyable.
Anyway, so this is like this whole spiel from the captain on the airplane. And you wonder whether he's, it's a little hard to hear, but I think people heard.
Yeah.
But the video is actually captioned. So that's been floating around on social media. All right. Are you ready, Roxanne, for the creepy story of the day?
The foot story.
Yes.
Ooh.
The Lake Tahoe foot fondler.
Is this the North Lake or the South Lake?
Roxanne is waiting for the West Chase foot fondler.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's Doug.
All right. This guy looks exactly like what you'd expect. If there's a dude breaking into like women's homes
I gotta see.
and fondling their feet in the middle of the night, this dude, his mugshot looks exactly like what you'd expect. Mark Anthony Gonzalez, accused of breaking into Lake Tahoe condominiums and fondling the feet of multiple women. He's been arrested, according to the Douglas County Sheriff's Office in Nevada. Mark Anthony Gonzalez was busted with the help of the Merced County Sheriff's deputies at a residence, facing 2 counts of burglary, 2 counts of battery in his alleged foot fondling situation. He's accused of breaking into the condominiums by opening unlocked screen doors. Once inside, he positioned himself at the foot of the bed and
the foot of the bed.
and rubbed the feet of 2 separate female adults.
See, that seems to be the method with these foot fondlers. They obviously wait till someone's asleep in the middle of the night.
Each female awoke from their sleep as the subject was rubbing their feet. Once awake, the female confronted the male subject and he fled the scene. Tell you what, the females that were getting their foot fondled, they should have reached onto their nightstand and grabbed a Glock and blown this guy's face off.
Right?
The faceless foot fondler is what this guy should have been. Is this creepy, going into women's places in the middle of the night and then fondling their feet at the foot of the bed? Holy crap. Yeah, he's also believed to have been involved in the theft of women's shoes at other locations. Man, this is a crazy, stupid fetish. You're so enamored with women's feet. You're such a sicko. You got to break in.
Maybe that's a good business model for someone because we hear about these stories. I remember the guy at the hotel who went there.
I was just about to bring this up. Fester, where was that?
That was in Nashville.
Yeah.
And it was a guy who was sucking another guy's toes.
Oh, a guy? How about the hotel manager?
Well,
it was the front desk guy. Hey, bring up that story. It was like, was it a Hilton or something? It was like in downtown Nashville. And one of the desk clerks, one of the managers, it was like the overnight manager, went into a guest's room and was sucking on the toes of a guest in the hotel while the guest was sleeping in the hotel. What was the date on this? Scroll up. Let me see the timestamp. Yeah, this was May 8th. We talked about this like 10 times. It was such a crazy story.
Maybe someone should start a business, like a prosthetic foot business, and sell these feet, these very realistic feet, to people like this, right?
Yeah, why don't you get into that business?
I mean, it might be profitable.
That could be your line of work to get out of this radio hellhole here. Anyway, so here's the story. This is from May. The manager of a downtown Nashville, Tennessee Hilton hotel has been charged with aggravated burglary and assault after allegedly sucking on a male guest's toes while he was sleeping. Can you imagine? How sick do you have to be the manager of a Hilton hotel and you're using your master key to get into somebody? That's why you throw that bar across, man.
That's it.
That's why you got to throw that little metal bar to, on the little ball and socket to, make sure that they can't come into your room. Although there's a way around those things as well. There's a device to move those things out of the way. But anyway, the manager, David Patrick Neal, 52, was arrested after he sucked on the toes of hotel guest Peter Brennan. You think he got some extra Hilton honors points for that?
Oh, I'm sure they gave him plenty. We're very sorry, Mr. Brennan.
Oh, my
Enjoy
God.
your clean feet and these honor points.
Yeah, so, Roxanne, I thought the same thing. As soon as I saw the Lake Tahoe foot fondler, I'm like, what about the hotel manager sucking on a guest's toes in the middle of the night?
Okay, David from Zephyr Hills brought up a good point.
Yeah.
Why didn't they enjoy the foot rub first and then call the police?
Oh, stop.
No,
Come
but you know
on.
what? It just brings up the interesting point as to, like, foot rubs do feel good. But the surprise of one by a stranger
guess what?
who's broken in is a problem.
That kind of comment got texter fired from WABC Channel 7 in New York when I was a little kid.
Huh?
Hey, look, am I thinking of the right name? Hey, Fester,
What's his name?
Texter. Tex.
T-E-X.
I might have the wrong last name. Just type in Tex. Type in Tex. Fired weatherman.
F-I-R-E-D.
Yeah, WABC.
See, I was confused when you were saying texter.
I'm sorry, Tex Antoine. That's right. Yeah, listen, I was a kid. I was 10 years old. I still remember this story. Yeah, Roxanne, you repeating what the texter said was, that's why I said text.
Okay. Tex deserved what he got.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He said he was like getting ready to do the weather. He's coming out of a really bad news story, and they throw it to him for weather, and he made an awful comment about a sexual assault, and he said something about, they should have just laid back and enjoyed it. And it was like that's a little different. It was like a child. It was like, what's wrong with you? What are you thinking? And the dude got fired. I remember my parents talking about that. It happened in 1976, and I believe it was WABC, Eyewitness News, Channel 7, where it happened up in New York, and it was just a sick joke. And that made such an impression on me. I haven't thought about that in 40 years maybe, and I just thought about that now after...
Well, I think Tex's statement is a little bit more severe than what our texter said, making a joke about foot rubs feeling kind of good.
That's a crazy story, by the way. Hey, I'm not shocked. A lot of lazy folks out there. How did I tease this? Going into the last break, I kind of teased this about lazy people, and yep, I've been talking about this. Doesn't surprise me. Guess what?
What?
DoorDash hit a record for orders in the second quarter. That's because every one of my neighbors is too lazy to get in their car and go pick up their own damn food.
They're all very grateful to your zip code for the business.
When I take my nightly walk, I'm seeing like a dozen cars. It slowed down for a little bit, like late last year, but I'm seeing, and again, I guess it comports here because I'm seeing just tons of food deliveries every single night when I take my nightly walk for a couple of miles. Hey, I told the story, was it yesterday, where my wife had a conversation with a neighbor of ours? I told the story this week, it might have been yesterday, where I said, hey, man, you want to hear something weird? My wife, Michelle, talking to a neighbor of ours named Michelle, and the neighbor called Michelle and said, hey, where do you guys have your Italian food delivered from? And then Michelle, said, I think it was a text at first, And Michelle, and then it ended up in a phone call. And Michelle's like, we don't have Italian food delivered. We either go out and eat in the restaurant, or if we have food in, I go pick it up. I do not use the delivery services, but listen to this. DoorDash has set a record for total orders and revenue in the second quarter. That's because people are just too lazy. I want a chain of custody on my food that I know. I'm sorry.
I don't know that I want somebody to have this in their car, breathing over it.
Call me weird. All right, and then Roxanne, I'm guessing this is something that you say all the time. I am so hot. I look so great that my passport photo just might not be good enough, and they might not think it's me.
Wow.
Well, I don't think my passport photo is great, but nor do I say I'm so hot. I'm hotter than my passport photo.
No, there's a woman named Alicia Marie, and she's on social media talking about she almost missed her flight because she looked so hot at the airport that it didn't match her passport photo, and they almost didn't let her through. They thought she was using somebody else's passport.
Well, one time I got my passport picture taken after I'd gotten my wisdom teeth out, and so that was not pretty.
And before we roll, Tom Cruise, allegedly, there are stories that Tom Cruise wants to pounce on Sofia Vergara with her recent breakup.
I bet he does.
Yeah, Tom Cruise apparently had a date with her years ago, and now Tom Cruise is talking about, according to some people in the know, that Tom Cruise wants to get back and get with Sofia Vergara.
Good for Tommy.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we got to roll. I think that's about it. Fester, you got to take me to the airport now. You ready to roll?
Let's go.
All right, folks, have a fantastic day. I got to get to the airport. We'll have a great best of tomorrow. In fact, listen tomorrow, and I'm telling you, most of the show you probably haven't heard, and it's going to be new to you. All right? Folks, have a great day. Don't forget, $1,000 winner later today. There'll be another $1,000 tomorrow. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Have a great one, and let's be careful out there.